confident to do this, not necessarily like if I think they're a good player or not, but it's very different taking a penalty shot. You have to have the confidence to do it. So that's one of the things I look for. But when it gets down to 12 or 13 rounds, you're literally sending everyone out there in most formats.
Great analysis there, and George has certainly seen his fair share of shootouts and tournaments. And I know George, and he's just absolutely an amazing personality, and can connect with anybody, anywhere, from all different cities. So absolutely great, and thank him for being on the show today. So Daniel, let's head into our matchups. We got to talk Philly sports here. We're going to talk matchups, and we're going to go right in to our graphics. That's going to preview what's coming up next and what we're going to be showing on our live stream here on MVP TV. So the first matchup, Daniel, I have for you, it's Heat versus Demons. Little lopsided records here, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, I don't think it's going to be lopsided this year because the Heat are going to be missing a key piece in their offense. And so it's going to come down to Connor McStravick to help fill in the gaps, as well as Matt Granovix. Both of them came in with 11 and 10 points respectively. Their top shooter had 26 points, but he's not here this season. So there's going to be a huge gap in that offense. So they're going to have to try to scramble to try to fill that in. And the Demons are going to be ones that are really push them to the edge. The Demons are a pretty aggressive team, and that's saying something in the Philadelphia division. That they all really love to bump and just get under everyone's skin. But there's something about the Demons that will really try to push you to the edge. And if that's not enough, you have to deal with Dom Anastasia. 7 goals, 11 assists last year, 18 points. But what I want to see from the Demons this season is some depth scoring, because the points totals really dip down when you get past Angelo Koskinas. So we'll see if there's any support on their offense this season.
Yes, interesting matchup with one of the top scorers being out, and we'll see if those Demons can get more of that depth scoring. That's going to be critical, especially late into this season as the NBHL season ticks on. So next up matchup for you, Daniel, is the Powerhouse versus Kingsman. As you can see here, Kingsman, not a lot of information on them yet, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, what you do need to know is that Delaware Valley is a new team coming into the division, but they do have Joe Peer, who you have seen before with the Philadelphia Fear, and we'll see if they can really make a first impression. And the Powerhouse is a pretty good team to start them off in this season. Last year, they came in 3rd place. They had a 6-4-1 record. They really ran into some tough competition last year, so they really need to get that push. But I think with that opening, with the offensive hole on the Heat, I think that the Powerhouse can have a chance at the playoffs. But of course, they will have to fight through the hustle as well, who has been known to be a very defensive-minded team, which has helped them go deep into the Milet Cup.
Yes, and it's very fun to play a team that you don't know and don't know your opponent. So could be a slight advantage there for the Kingsmen. Nobody quite knows what to expect, so they could use that to their advantage. So our last matchup that we're going to analyze today is from the Tier 3 division. We have the Mud Dogs versus the Demons. So 0-0 records, not much information to start, but, add that Tier 3 affiliate here for the Demons. Daniel, what's your analysis?
All right, this will be our first look into the Tier 3 division of any city. And this is going to be a little bit confusing because this is the same exact name as our Tier 2 division, Delco Demons. But there are some familiar names in the lineup. You do have Joe Fisher in the lineup. And we haven't really got word of who the captain is going to be, but that's either going to be Mike D. Campley, or it could be someone like Bill Daughtry. There are 4 players from the Tier 2 roster that have come down to try to help out the newcomers in the Tier 3 division. But with not a lot of information out of Pottstown, this one is pretty much anyone's guess as to how this is going to go. This really is going to be information that is kept by the players in Philadelphia, because They've played with each other before. They know how to play, but this is our first look. So not a whole lot to go on, but I got a feeling that the Demons may have an advantage here because they do have that experience coming down from Tier 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That experience invaluable as they take to the rink. Coming up live here on the show in just a few minutes. But before we do that, we're in Pennsylvania. And so where else would you want to hear from our guy, Bernie? He's got surefire bets for everybody here today. So let's take a listen.
All right, you degenerates. There's always hockey in Philadelphia, and we have 3 games we need to look at. I'm not taking it personally that you're not broadcasting the Harrisburg Hustle. Besides, it would be weird to pick my own team. So, game 1, Demons versus Heat. For this game, I like the Heat. They're going on a wave from last year, going to the championship in the Philly division. So, look for them to make a statement in the first game. McStravick with 2 goals, 3-goal victory for the Heat. Game 2, Tier 3, Mud Dogs versus Demons. Now, I don't have a lot of information on these 2 teams, but the information I do have is Joey Corcoran. He was the backup goalie for the Hustle last year, and he was excellent in Tier 2. He will be a god in Tier 3, Dogs by 2. And lastly, Powerhouse versus Kingsman. This is going to be all Powerhouse. They have speed. They have size. They are gritty. Look for Danny DeMarco's wheels to frustrate and cause turnovers. He's going to have the game winner, and they're going to win by 3. All right, that's it for me. Happy betting.
Happy betting indeed. I love it. Great picks. Very specific, as Bernie always does. Daniel, do you think he was spot on?
Well, he has played in the Philadelphia division. He's played with the Hustle, so I have reason to believe him. He is more familiar with all the Tier 3 teams than I am, and I did notice that name, Joey Corcoran, in the lineup for the Mud Dogs, and he has Tier 2 experience, so I think they're in good hands as far as goaltending. But we'll have to wait and see how everything lines up, because when you have a brand new team, you have to get that chemistry together.
Yes, chemistry we will see. Of course, that is coming up live next. So for Daniel and for everybody else here at MVP TV, thank you for watching today's NBHL pregame show. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek. We'll see you back here next week for another preview. And coming up, we're taking you live to Springfield, Pennsylvania. Happy ball hockey, everybody.
The National Ball Hockey League, NBHL. First of all, the skill level, unreal.
Welcome to week 4 of the National Ball Hockey League. Last weekend we were in Chicago and in New England, and today we're at the famed rink known as the Hockey Deck in Springfield, Pennsylvania for all the action in the rough and tumble Philadelphia division. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek, here for NBHL on MVB TV. Let's meet my co-host, the one and only Daniel, our expert analyst. So Daniel, we got a good show lined up. How excited are you to talk about the Philly division?
This division is not for the faint-hearted. There's a reason we love to nickname this the city of Shoverly Love.
That's perfect. I'm from about an hour outside of Philly, so I know how tough Pennsylvanians can be, and I try to bring that energy when I play. I love it. I'm excited to talk about the matchups. We also have an interview with George Tarantino today. Going to be really exciting stuff. So, Daniel, you have a clip here that you want to show us of a really incredible save. Tell us a little bit about it and give us a little sneak preview. It's coming up next.
Yeah, for those of you who was here last week in the Chicago division, Bill Jocks, the goaltender of the Chicago Raiders, gave what I say is a candidate for save of the year. And I want you to look at this and see if you agree with me. This was done at the last second in overtime. Take a look at this.
No penalty on that play. Mine and Little got tangled up. And hang on! Walking in! overtime! Stop with the buzzer! Bill Shock, get out of town!
Shootout.
Chris, I want you to say this with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yankee Doodle Dandy. That is the save of the year.
Unbelievable! What a pass! Let's watch it again.
Three-man shootout. I think the home team maybe gets to choose.
Phenomenal.
You want to go second?
Kreitzer denied at the buzzer.
I agree with you, save of the year candidate, and you definitely saw that clock tick down to 0 right at the end of overtime. Absolutely incredible save. Loving seeing these highlights. But Daniel, we got to shift to the Philly division here, run by Jason Kelly, Jay, as I say. But you actually got to speak with one of the biggest legends in the sport, George Tarantino. So what was that like, and what do we expect to hear from him today?
For those who don't know, George Tarantino is the coach of the Harrisburg Hustle, who managed to get into the Milet Cup playoffs last year. They did fall short in the semifinal to the Orange County Wolves. But there is one thing. When we were here last year for Philadelphia's debut, we had that record 13-round shootout. And I wanted to ask him what that's like from a coach's perspective. Have a listen.
In a game, when a player gets a breakaway, it's easier than actually taking a shootout, because a shootout, they're thinking more, they're not reacting. And I really think the goalie has the advantage. So, you just try and look down the bench. One of the things I like to ask is who feels confident to do this, not necessarily like if I think they're a good player or not, but it's very different taking a penalty shot. You have to have the confidence to do it. So that's one of the things I look for. But when it gets down to 12 or 13 rounds, you're literally sending everyone out there in most formats.
Great analysis there, and George has certainly seen his fair share of shootouts and tournaments. And I know George, and he's just absolutely an amazing personality, and can connect with anybody, anywhere, from all different cities. So absolutely great, and thank him for being on the show today. So Daniel, let's head into our matchups. We got to talk Philly sports here. We're going to talk matchups, and we're going to go right in to our graphics. It's going to preview what's coming up next and what we're going to be showing on our live stream here on MVP TV. So the first matchup, Daniel, I have for you, it's Heat versus Demons. Little lopsided records here, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, I don't think it's going to be lopsided this year because the Heat are going to be missing a key piece in their offense. And so it's going to come down to Connor McStravick to help fill in the gaps, as well as Matt Granovix. Both of them came in with 11 and 10 points respectively. Their top shooter had 26 points, but he's not here this season. So there's going to be a huge gap in that offense. So they're going to have to try to scramble to try to fill that in. And the Demons are going to be ones that are really push them to the edge. The Demons are a pretty aggressive team, and that's saying something in the Philadelphia division. They all really love to bump and just get under everyone's skin. But there's something about the Demons that will really try to push you to the edge. And if that's not enough, you have to deal with Dom Anastasia. 7 goals, 11 assists last year, 18 points. But what I want to see from the Demons this season is some depth scoring, because the points totals really dip down when you get past Angelo Koskinas. So we'll see if there's any support on their offense this season.
Yes, interesting matchup with one of the top scorers being out, and we'll see if those Demons can get more of that depth scoring. That's going to be critical, especially late into this season as the NBHL season ticks on. So next up matchup for you, Daniel, is the Powerhouse versus Kingsman. As you can see here, Kingsman, not a lot of information on them yet, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, what you do need to know is that Delaware Valley is a new team coming into the division, but they do have Joe Peer, who you have seen before with the Philadelphia Fear, and we'll see if they can really make a first impression. And the Powerhouse is a pretty good team to start them off in this season. Last year, they came in third place. They had a 6-4-1 record. They really ran into some tough competition last year, so they really need to get that push. But I think with that opening, with the offensive hole on the Heat, I think that the Powerhouse can have a chance at the playoffs, but of course, they will have to fight through the Hustle as well, who has been known to be a very defensive-minded team, which has helped them go deep into the Milet Cup.
Yes, and it's very fun to play a team that you don't know and don't know your opponent. So could be a slight advantage there for the Kingsmen. Nobody quite knows what to expect, so they could use that to their advantage. So our last matchup that we're going to analyze today is from the Tier 3 division. We have the Mud Dogs versus the Demons. So 0-0 records, not much information to start, but, you know, add that Tier 3 affiliate here for the Demons. Daniel, what's your analysis?
All right, this will be our first look into the Tier 3 division of any city. And this is going to be a little bit confusing because this is the same exact name as our Tier 2 division, Delco Demons. But there are some familiar names in the lineup. You do have Joe Fisher in the lineup. And we haven't really got word of who the captain is going to be, but that's either going to be a Mike D. Campley, or it could be someone like Bill Daughtry. There are 4 players from the Tier 2 roster that have come down to try to help out the newcomers in the Tier 3 division. But with not a lot of information out of Pottstown, this one is pretty much anyone's guess as to how this is going to go. This really is going to be information that is kept by the players in Philadelphia because they've played with each other before. They know how to play, but this is our first look. So not a whole lot to go on, but I got a feeling that the Demons may have an advantage here because they do have that experience coming down from Tier 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That experience invaluable as they take to the rink. Coming up live here on the show in just a few minutes. But before we do that, we're in Pennsylvania. And so where else would you want to hear from our guy, Bernie? He's got surefire bets for everybody here today. So let's take a listen.
All right, you degenerates. There's always hockey in Philadelphia, and we have 3 games we need to look at. I'm not taking it personally that you're not broadcasting the Harrisburg Hustle. Besides, it would be weird to pick my own team. So, game 1, Demons versus Heat. For this game, I like the Heat. They're going on a wave from last year, going to the championship in the Philly division. So, look for them to make a statement in the first game. McStravick with 2 goals. 3-goal victory for the Heat. Game 2, Tier 3, Mud Dogs versus Demons. Now, I don't have a lot of information on these 2 teams, but the information I do have is Joey Corcoran. He was the backup goalie for the Hustle last year, and he was excellent in Tier 2. He will be a god in Tier 3, Dogs by 2. And lastly, Powerhouse versus Kingsman. This is going to be all Powerhouse. They have speed. They have size. They are gritty. Look for Danny DeMarco's wheels to frustrate and cause turnovers. He's going to have the game winner, and they're going to win by 3. All right, that's it for me. Happy betting.
Happy betting indeed. I love it. Great picks. Very specific, as Bernie always does. Daniel, do you think he was spot on?
Well, he has played in the Philadelphia division. He's played with the Hustle, so I have reason to believe him. He is more familiar with all the Tier 3 teams than I am, and I did notice that name, Joey Corcoran, in the lineup for the Mud Dogs, and he has Tier 2 experience, so I think they're in good hands as far as goaltending. But we'll have to wait and see how everything lines up, because when you have a brand new team, you have to get that chemistry together.
Yes, chemistry we will see. Of course, that is coming up live next. So for Daniel and for everybody else here at MVP TV, thank you for watching today's NBHL pregame show. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek. We'll see you back here next week for another preview. And coming up, we're taking you live to Springfield, Pennsylvania. Happy ball hockey, everybody.
The National Ball Hockey League, NBHL. First of all, the skill level, unreal.
Welcome to week 4 of the National Ball Hockey League. Last weekend we were in Chicago and in New England, and today we're at the famed rink known as the Hockey Deck in Springfield, Pennsylvania for all the action in the rough and tumble Philadelphia division. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek, here for NBHL on NVB TV. Let's meet my co-host, the one and only Daniel, our expert analyst. So Daniel, we got a good show lined up. How excited are you to talk about the Philly division?
This division is not for the faint-hearted. There's a reason we love to nickname this the city of Chivalry Love.
That's perfect. I'm from about an hour outside of Philly, so I know how tough Pennsylvanians can be, and I try to bring that energy when I play. I love it. I'm excited to talk about the matchups. We also have an interview with George Tarantino today. Going to be really exciting stuff. So, Daniel, you have a clip here that you want to show us of a really incredible save. Tell us a little bit about it and give us a little sneak preview. It's coming up next.
Yeah, for those of you who was here last week in the Chicago division, Bill Jocks, the goaltender of the Chicago Raiders, gave what I say is a candidate for save of the year. And I want you to look at this and see if you agree with me. This was done at the last second in overtime. Take a look at this.
No penalty on that play. Mine and Little got tangled up. And hang on! Walking in! And overtime! Oh, what a stop! With the buzzer! Bill Shock! Get out of town!
Shootout.
Chris, I want you to say this with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yankee Doodle Dandy. That is the save of the year.
Unbelievable! What a pass! Let's watch it again.
3-man shootout. I think the home team maybe gets to choose.
Phenomenal.
You want to go second?
Kreitzer denied at the buzzer.
I agree with you. Save of the year candidate, and you definitely saw that clock tick down to 0 right at the end of overtime. Absolutely incredible save. Loving seeing these highlights. But Daniel, we got to shift to the Philly division here, run by Jason Kelly, Jay, as I say. But you actually got to speak with one of the biggest legends in the sport, George Tarantino. So what was that like, and what do we expect to hear from him today?
For those who don't know, George Tarantino is the coach of the Harrisburg Hustle, who managed to get into the Milet Cup playoffs last year. They did fall short in the semifinal to the Orange County Wolves. But there is one thing. When we were here last year for Philadelphia's debut, we had that record 13-round shootout. And I wanted to ask him what that's like from a coach's perspective. Have a listen.
In a game, when a player gets a breakaway, it's easier than actually taking a shootout, because a shootout, they're thinking more, they're not reacting. And I really think the goalie has the advantage. So, you just try and look down the bench at, one of the things I like to ask is who feels confident to do this, not necessarily like if I think they're a good player or not, but it's very different taking a penalty shot. You have to have the confidence to do it. So that's one of the things I look for. But when it gets down to 12 or 13 rounds, you're literally sending everyone out there in most formats.
Great analysis there, and George has certainly seen his fair share of shootouts and tournaments, and I know George, and he's just absolutely an amazing personality, and can connect with anybody anywhere from all different cities. So absolutely great, and thank him for being on the show today. So Daniel, let's head into our matchups. We got to talk Philly sports here. We're going to talk matchups, and we're going to go right in to our graphics. That's going to preview what's coming up next and what we're going to be showing on our live stream here on MVP TV. So the first matchup, Daniel, I have for you, it's Heat versus Demons. Little lopsided records here, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, I don't think it's going to be lopsided this year because the Heat are going to be missing a key piece in their offense. And so it's going to come down to Connor McStravick to help fill in the gaps, as well as Matt Granovix. Both of them came in with 11 and 10 points respectively. Their top shooter had 26 points, but he's not here this season. So there's going to be a huge gap in that offense. So they're going to have to try to scramble to try to fill that in. And the Demons are going to be ones that are really push them to the edge. The Demons are a pretty aggressive team, and that's saying something in the Philadelphia division. That they all really love to bump and just get under everyone's skin. But there's something about the Demons that will really try to push you to the edge. And if that's not enough, you have to deal with Dom Anastasia. 7 goals, 11 assists last year, 18 points. But what I want to see from the Demons this season is some depth scoring, because the points totals really dip down when you get past Angelo Koskinas. So we'll see if there's any support on their offense this season.
Yes, interesting matchup with one of the top scorers being out, and we'll see if those Demons can get more of that depth scoring. That's going to be critical, especially late into this season as the NBHL season ticks on. So next up matchup for you, Daniel, is the Powerhouse versus Kingsman. As you can see here, Kingsman, not a lot of information on them yet, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, what you do need to know is that Delaware Valley is a new team coming into the division, but they do have Joe Peer, who you have seen before with the Philadelphia Fear, and we'll see if they can really make a first impression. And the Powerhouse is a pretty good team to start them off in this season. Last year, they came in 3rd place. They had a 6-4-1 record. They really ran into some tough competition last year, so they really need to get that push. But I think with that opening with the offensive hole on the Heat, I think that the Powerhouse can have a chance at the playoffs, but of course they will have to fight through the Hustle as well, who has been known to be a very defensive-minded team, which has helped them go deep into the Milet Cup.
Yes, and it's very fun to play a team that you don't know and don't know your opponent. So could be a slight advantage there for the Kingsmen. Nobody quite knows what to expect, so they could use that to their advantage. So our last matchup that we're going to analyze today is from the Tier 3 division. We have the Mud Dogs versus the Demons. So 0-0 records, not much information to start, but, you know, add that Tier 3 affiliate here for the Demons. Daniel, what's your analysis?
All right, this will be our first look into the Tier 3 division of any city. And this is going to be a little bit confusing because this is the same exact name as our Tier 2 division, Delco Demons. But there are some familiar names in the lineup. You do have Joe Fisher in the lineup. And we haven't really got word of who the captain is going to be, but that's either going to be Mike D. Campley, or it could be someone like Bill Daughtry. There are 4 players from the Tier 2 roster that have come down to try to help out the newcomers in the Tier 3 division. But with not a lot of information out of Pottstown, this one is pretty much anyone's guess as to how this is going to go. This really is going to be information that is kept by the players in Philadelphia because they've played with each other before. They know how to play, but this is our first look. So not a whole lot to go on, but I got a feeling that the Demons may have an advantage here because they do have that experience coming down from Tier 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That experience invaluable as they take to the rink. Coming up live here on the show in just a few minutes. But before we do that, we're in Pennsylvania. And so where else would you want to hear from our guy, Bernie? He's got surefire bets for everybody here today. So let's take a listen.
All right, you degenerates. There's always hockey in Philadelphia, and we have 3 games we need to look at. I'm not taking it personally that you're not broadcasting the Harrisburg Hustle. Besides, it would be weird to pick my own team. So, game 1, Demons versus Heat. For this game, I like the Heat. They're going on a wave from last year, going to the championship in the Philly division. So, look for them to make a statement in the first game. McStravick with 2 goals. 3-goal victory for the Heat. Game 2, Tier 3, Mud Dogs versus Demons. Now, I don't have a lot of information on these 2 teams, but the information I do have is Joey Corcoran. He was the backup goalie for the Hustle last year, and he was excellent in Tier 2. He will be a god in Tier 3, Dogs by 2. And lastly, Powerhouse versus Kingsman. This is going to be all Powerhouse. They have speed. They have size. They are gritty. Look for Danny DeMarco's wheels to frustrate and cause turnovers. He's going to have the game winner, and they're going to win by 3. All right, that's it for me. Happy betting.
Happy betting indeed. I love it. Great picks. Very specific, as Bernie always does. Daniel, do you think he was spot on?
Well, he has played in the Philadelphia division. He's played with the Hustle, so I have reason to believe him. He is more familiar with all the Tier 3 teams than I am, and I did notice that name, Joey Corcoran, in the lineup for the Mud Dogs, and he has Tier 2 experience, so I think they're in good hands as far as goaltending. Well, we'll have to wait and see how everything lines up, because when you have a brand new team, you have to get that chemistry together.
Yes, chemistry we will see. Of course, that is coming up live next. So for Daniel and for everybody else here at MVP TV, thank you for watching today's NBHL pregame show. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek. We'll see you back here next week for another preview. And coming up, we're taking you live to Springfield, Pennsylvania. Happy ball hockey, everybody.
The National Ball Hockey League, NBHL. First of all, the skill level, unreal.
Welcome to week 4 of the National Ball Hockey League. Last weekend we were in Chicago and in New England, and today we're at the famed rink known as the Hockey Deck in Springfield, Pennsylvania for all the action in the rough and tumble Philadelphia division. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek, here for NBHL on MVB TV. Let's meet my co-host, the one and only Daniel, our expert analyst. So Daniel, we got a good show lined up. How excited are you to talk about the Philly division?
This division is not for the faint-hearted. There's a reason we love to nickname this the city of Chivalry Love.
That's perfect. I'm from about an hour outside of Philly, so I know how tough Pennsylvanians can be, and I try to bring that energy when I play. I love it. I'm excited to talk about the matchups. We also have an interview with George Tarantino today. Going to be really exciting stuff. So, Daniel, you have a clip here that you want to show us of a really incredible save. Tell us a little bit about it and give us a little sneak preview. It's coming up next.
Yeah, for those of you who was here last week in the Chicago division, Bill Jocks, the goaltender of the Chicago Raiders, gave what I say is a candidate for save of the year. And I want you to look at this and see if you agree with me. This was done at the last second in overtime. Take a look at this.
No penalty on that play. Mine and Little got tangled up. And hang on! Walking in overtime! Oh, what a stop! With the buzzer! Bill Shock, get out of town!
Shootout.
Chris, I want you to say this with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yankee Doodle Dandy. That is the save of the year.
Unbelievable! What a pass! Let's watch it again.
3-man shootout. I think the home team maybe gets the choose.
Phenomenal.
You want to go second?
Kreitzer denied at the buzzer.
I agree with you. Save of the year candidate, and you definitely saw that clock tick down to 0 right at the end of overtime. Absolutely incredible save. Loving seeing these highlights. But Daniel, we got to shift to the Philly division here, run by Jason Kelly, Jay, as I say. But you actually got to speak with one of the biggest legends in the sport, George Tarantino. So what was that like, and what do we expect to hear from him today?
For those who don't know, George Tarantino is the coach of the Harrisburg Hustle, who managed to get into the Milet Cup playoffs last year. They did fall short in the semifinal to the Orange County Wolves. But there is one thing. When we were here last year for Philadelphia's debut, we had that record 13-round shootout. And I wanted to ask him what that's like from a coach's perspective. Have a listen.
In a game, when a player gets a breakaway, it's easier than actually taking a shootout, because a shootout, they're thinking more, they're not reacting. And I really think the goalie has the advantage. So, you just try and look down the bench at, one of the things I like to ask is who feels confident to do this, not necessarily like if I think they're a good player or not, but it's very different taking a penalty shot. You have to have the confidence to do it. So that's one of the things I look for. But when it gets down to 12 or 13 rounds, you're literally sending everyone out there in most formats.
Great analysis there. And George has certainly seen his fair share of shootouts and tournaments. And I know George, and he's just absolutely an amazing personality, and can connect with anybody, anywhere, from all different cities. So absolutely great, and thank him for being on the show today. So Daniel, let's head into our matchups. We got to talk Philly sports here. We're going to talk matchups, and we're going to go right in to our graphics. That's going to preview what's coming up next and what we're going to be showing on our live stream here on MVP TV. So the first matchup, Daniel, I have for you, it's Heat versus Demons. Little lopsided records here, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, I don't think it's going to be lopsided this year because the Heat are going to be missing a key piece in their offense. And so it's going to come down to Connor McStravick to help fill in the gaps, as well as Matt Granovix. Both of them came in with 11 and 10 points respectively. Their top shooter had 26 points, but he's not here this season. So there's going to be a huge gap in that offense. So they're going to have to try to scramble to try to fill that in. And the Demons are going to be ones that are really push them to the edge. The Demons are a pretty aggressive team, and that's saying something in the Philadelphia division, that they all really love to bump and just get under everyone's skin. But there's something about the Demons that will really try to push you to the edge. And if that's not enough, you have to deal with Dom Anastasia. 7 goals, 11 assists last year, 18 points. But what I want to see from the Demons this season is some depth scoring, because the points totals really dip down when you get past Angelo Koskinas. So we'll see if there's any support on their offense this season.
Yes, interesting matchup with one of the top scorers being out, and we'll see if those Demons can get more of that depth scoring. That's going to be critical, especially late into this season as the NBHL season ticks on. So next up matchup for you, Daniel, is the Powerhouse versus Kingsman. As you can see here, Kingsman, not a lot of information on them yet, but what are you taking, Daniel?
Well, what you do need to know is that Delaware Valley is a new team coming into the division. But they do have Joe Peer, who you have seen before with the Philadelphia Fear. And we'll see if they can really make a first impression. And the Powerhouse is a pretty good team to start them off in this season. Last year, they came in 3rd place. They had a 6-4-1 record. They really ran into some tough competition last year. So they really need to get that push. But I think with that opening, with the offensive hole on the Heat, I think that the Powerhouse can have a chance at the playoffs. But of course, they will have to fight through the hustle as well, who has been known to be a very defensive-minded team, which has helped them go deep into the Milet Cup.
Yes, and it's very fun to play a team that you don't know and don't know your opponent. So could be a slight advantage there for the Kingsmen. Nobody quite knows what to expect, so they could use that to their advantage. So our last matchup that we're going to analyze today is from the Tier 3 division. We have the Mud Dogs versus the Demons. So 0-0 records, not much information to start, but, add that Tier 3 affiliate here for the Demons. Daniel, what's your analysis?
All right, this will be our first look into the Tier 3 division of any city. And this is going to be a little bit confusing because this is the same exact name as our Tier 2 division Delco Demons, but there are some familiar names in the lineup. You do have Joe Fisher in the lineup, and we haven't really got word of who the captain is going to be, but that's either going to be Mike D. Campley, or it could be someone like Bill Daughtry. There are 4 players from the Tier 2 roster that have come down to try to help out the newcomers in the Tier 3 division, but with not a lot of information out of Pottstown, this one is pretty much anyone's guess as to how this is going to go. This really is going to be information that is kept by the players in Philadelphia because they've played with each other before. They know how to play, but this is our first look. So not a whole lot to go on, but I got a feeling that the Demons may have an advantage here because they do have that experience coming down from Tier 2.
Yeah, absolutely. That experience invaluable as they take to the rink. Coming up live here on the show in just a few minutes. But before we do that, we're in Pennsylvania. And so where else would you want to hear from our guy, Bernie? He's got surefire bets for everybody here today. So let's take a listen.
All right, you degenerates. There's always hockey in Philadelphia, and we have 3 games we need to look at. I'm not taking it personally that you're not broadcasting the Harrisburg Hustle. Besides, it would be weird to pick my own team. So, game 1, Demons versus Heat. For this game, I like the Heat. They're going on a wave from last year, going to the championship in the Philly division. So, look for them to make a statement in the first game. McStravick with 2 goals, 3-goal victory for the Heat. Game 2, Tier 3, Mud Dogs versus Demons. Now, I don't have a lot of information on these 2 teams, but the information I do have is Joey Corcoran. He was the backup goalie for the Hustle last year, and he was excellent in Tier 2. He will be a god in Tier 3, Dogs by 2. And lastly, Powerhouse versus Kingsman. This is going to be all Powerhouse. They have speed. They have size. They are gritty. Look for Danny DeMarco's wheels to frustrate and cause turnovers. He's going to have the game winner, and they're going to win by 3. All right, that's it for me. Happy betting.
Happy betting indeed. I love it. Great picks. Very specific, as Bernie always does. Daniel, do you think he was spot on?
Well, he has played in the Philadelphia division. He's played with the Hustle, so I have reason to believe him. He is more familiar with all the Tier 3 teams than I am, and I did notice that name, Joey Corcoran, in the lineup for the Mud Dogs, and he has Tier 2 experience, so I think they're in good hands as far as goaltending. But we'll have to wait and see how everything lines up, because when you have a brand new team, you have to get that chemistry together.
Yes, chemistry we will see. Of course, that is coming up live next. So for Daniel and for everybody else here at MVP TV, thank you for watching today's NBHL pregame show. I'm your host, Lindsay Maychek. We'll see you back here next week for another preview. And coming up, we're taking you live to Springfield, Pennsylvania. Happy ball hockey, everybody.
All right, here we are, Daniel Wilson, Chris Blair here, and we are ready. It is Philadelphia Tier 2 action, and we've got the first of our triple header today. This is the Delco Demons and the Philadelphia Heat. Run right away by the Demons and back into their own end. Collected by Snyder. Heat pick it back up at the red line, and now it's bounced back. Now the Heat try to walk it in. That one fought off. Behind the net. On the backhand turning and sending that one right across.
It wasn't quite clear what the call was as we take a look at the Heat, number 17, Bill Yoakum. Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring this one outside of the blue line. Not much going on between these 2 teams. The first time they've met this season, but they both already have a win under their belts from earlier.
Extremely competitive division last season. If I had to say anything about them, it would be that it's competitive and physical. So that's kind of what we expect to see here out of Philadelphia. The Heat were very, very tough last season, just barely losing out to the Hustle. So we'll see if they can do some damage here in Season 2. The Demons very much had a split season, and I know that they would like to see them really capitalize. I know you talked during our pregame, Daniel, about them trying to find a little bit more depth. They definitely have weapons, but they'd like to see that secondary scoring, and a quick opportunity there and covered by the goaltender for the Heat.
Yeah, that's going to be their first shot at net. Matt Cole with the attempt. And stumbling back, trying to hold it is Andrew Granovics. He's had a pretty good season last year. He had a 204 goal against average, and he's looking to try to get it below the 2 mark this season.
The Heat definitely had a winning record last season, but again, they just ran into the Harrisburg Hustle, who, again, I was wrong on so many levels last season. I thought the Hustle were going to take Tier 2. They ended up getting taken down by the OC Wolves in the Milet Cup, but I really thought that the Hustle were going to be the team to beat. But the Heat are looking to say that they are the team to beat. But right now, they're dealing with the Demons, who, again, definitely have weapons. They play a very physical brand of hockey. They're very tough. That one rolled off the board by their Angelo Koskinis, number 75. He's probably one of their most physical players. And this one coming in by Frank Lang, and they come in and attacking Grivnovic with the cover there.
As I said in the pre-show, I'm looking to see if the Heat can fill in that offensive gap, which right now it's still early, but Granovics having to make a save on the bouncer. I get a feel that the Demons, they have shown that they do have some depth scoring, and there was the game earlier against the Kingsman, and you better keep an eye on Kenny Keene. He already has 2 from today's games.
Yeah, you also see at center number 14 for the Demons, Dominic Anastasia. He is pretty much the guy offensively. He's their primary catalyst, and again, I totally agree with you. Between Anastasia, Will Augustine, and Angelo Koskinis, that seems to be the major engine that this team runs off of, and they would love to see some contributions from some other players this season. Here we go, 7:40 left to go here in the first period, and there Anastasia charges in and makes a good opportunity swatted at. Kept out by Grivnovics, and keep coming back in the other direction. They gain the zone.
Sticks down, guys, find it.
Try to get one in. That one just sort of bouncing high. 7.5. A little bit of physicality right there along the near side, just under our lift. Picked up by the Demons, and they send that one in. Anastasia on the forecheck, tries to glove that one down. That one just getting outside of his reach. Now he gets to it and chops that one up, and Grivnovic just jumps on it. Anastasia not pleased, but good opportunity there for the Demons.
Yeah, he's saying that he was hooked, and he was trying to look for a penalty call. He's not going to get it this time, but nonetheless, the Demons are in control here. They've got the offensive advantage so far. It was pretty much as I was suspecting. I'm trying to look to see if the Captain McStravick can try to help give his team a boost.
Good.
Yes, definitely. Number 26 for the Heat is going to be one of their primary weapons. That one covered up again by Grivnovics. But it's always exciting entering the new season and knowing that this is the first week of action for these teams. Take a look at that stop again by Grivnovics. But, you know, we're dealing with some new teams. Teams are shaking up a little bit. And, again, it's a new season, so whatever happened last year happened. And there's a quick shot turned aside by Grivnovics. But I'm just very excited to see what these guys can do coming into a brand new year, as these teams know each other a little bit better. They know themselves a little bit better, and it's just fun to kind of see where we go here in the 2022 season of the NBHL. Heat slowly working this one out of their own end.
Good.
Get that one in deep, rimmed it around here at 6.5 to go, first period, still scoreless. Demons trying to defend. That one almost a dangerous turnover in front. Now underneath. Justin Manuel sends it around.
No!
All the way deep, but they say no icing as it touched somebody. So the Heat pick it back up and try to work it out again. Little errant pass is a giveaway. Demons along the left-hand side. Takes a run for it. And he gives it away. Big shot from the red line. Paul Osiak makes the save. Justin Manuel. Argent went all on the left-hand side. Koskinis is there, but he can't stop it. That one held to the line by Snyder. Underneath the goal line now, walked up to the hash marks and cycled down low. Koskinis picks it up behind the net. He's getting pressed by Jordan. Oh, no, sorry, that's Perks, Doug Perks. He had a goal earlier today. Hendricks at the point. Makes a move. That one doesn't get all the way through. Heat counterattack. Top of the circle, takes a shot, and that one just goes past Osiak. Let's have it underneath. Past the halfway mark here, the first. Still sitting scoreless. And now with a move! Quick shot! Great save! Anastasia. Best chance of the game so far here.
No change. No change. Stay there.
Well, this is about the biggest push that the Demons have had so far this game. They get 2 gray jerseys on the left circle and just focuses on trying to go to the outside just a little bit wide. But that shows that the Demons definitely have control of this game. Again, keep an eye on Keene.
There was daylight there behind Grivnovics, but none doing. Here they're coming and pushing back in now. Right into the middle. Takes a quick snapshot from the goal line. Heat still with it. Underneath, turning away from pressure. Trying to force that one into the middle. There's another shot. That one couldn't get past Osiak. Demons trying to chase that one down. They beat out the icing. But they can't control it in the slot. 3:45 here, first period. Manuel has it again for his team. Little backhand dish sends it across. Pressure from the forecheck, but that doesn't connect. And that one, Dylan Fight missed it, but he's still on it. Getting help there from Matt Cole, number 31. Heat have it on their stick. That one bouncing off the wall and kept in by Morrill. That one doesn't stay contained in the corner. He can't get it out though. Nice battle down low. Good defensive work there by the Heat. They get it down with the clear. No icing. Picked up by Hunsaker. And the Demons try to counterpunch. Goes down right in the slot. Dylan Fight took a tumble, but there's no call. We continue on. Stopped by Koskinis and a shot by Cole. Back to the point. Shot off the mark by Snyder. Koskinis. He takes a drop. Still fighting for it. Ball's still there. Koskinis gets back up. Can't control it. Swung at by Snyder. Keeps the zone. Now they lost it. Punched back in by Manuel. Cole takes the shot. Grivnovic's big save. And he just sent that one down, but it will go for icing. And the Demons are looking strong here.
Here's one of the chances for the Demons. Try to go to the outside. That was a great push by Grivnovics to get on the other side of the net. And And Koskinas took quite a bit of a push in the corner. That's their star player. I don't think the Demons are going to take that lightly.
Anastasia wins that one back to Snyder in a quick shot that gets blocked. Late stages here of the first period, but a strong push by the Demons to begin. They already took down the Kingsman 4-1 earlier this morning. So looking to build on that effort. Chasing after that one is Augustine, but he can't stop it. That one goes wide of Osiak, and he just paddles it back to his defense. Beats a man. Augustine backs that one up, and then they gain the zone. Augustine directing traffic. Picks it up along the left point, takes a shot! Tried to get that one. Good chance. Doesn't find Grivnovics. Heat looking to generate some offense here late. Final minute of the period, a quick shot. There's another save by Osiak. Bill Yoakum was there, but he couldn't get a stick on it, and it comes all the way back deep. Just barely offside here with 47 and change to go here in the first period.
A good poke check as the Heat had one wide open, just couldn't hang on to it. A great chance by Ryan Phillips. He has 2 for the season so far, and he was looking for another.
Number 52 for the Heat. Again, they had that 4-1 win over the Kingsmen earlier this morning. Looking to stay strong with the Demons. Trying to make their mark. Again, we saw in the pregame, the Demons had last season a pretty 500 kind of season, but I don't feel like there were that many games that they were completely out of it. I think you talked about it a lot. Their issues for me were depth, and I think they struggled in some games because of their physical style. They struggled late game. So I'm really curious to see what they look like in the third, because they're coming on strong. Here's another shot turned aside by Grivnovics. I remember them having a lot of good starts, but not necessarily a lot of great thirds. They did split the team as they grew a lot. You mentioned they do have a tier 3 component now. So I'm looking at their endurance and their depth, but so far, there's no question that period definitely belonged to the Demons.
It definitely did. They had control of the ball a lot more often, and like I said, I was a little concerned about the offensive core of the Heat being compromised. Now that being said, the Heat looks like they do have someone that can fill it in, which is Ryan Phillips. He was unable to convert this time, but I wouldn't be so easy on them, because remember, this is a very strong team, one of the better teams in the division, but the question is, how much does that hole hurt them? But for me, it's looking like the Demons are exposing that, and that they're a team that's more of the physical type, and as we've already mentioned, we've been looking for some depth scoring, and it already looks like that they do. We've already mentioned Kenny Keene, who has 2 for the season so far. Yeah, so if they can keep that up, I think the Demons are going to be, I'd say, the top 3. They were competitive last season, but they had a very disappointing end last year to the Night's Watch in the playoffs. So they're looking to rebound from that.
Yeah, I'm with you, at least as far as the eye test goes on paper. I think the top 3 of this division are likely to be the Demons, the Heat, and the Hustle. So this is definitely a marquee matchup for sure, but I really like seeing the energy that is coming from Delco right now. So the Heat survived that period, and this is their opportunity to try to put on their counter push. There you see Matt Grivnovics at center, getting ready to take that draw. He's got Bill Yoakum right next to him, but the Demons win it anyway. Send that one in. Here comes Yoakum. Gets it in deep, but just collected by Osiak, and we'll just have an offensive zone draw there.
Yeah, he really hasn't been tested that much. He has had to face a few shots, but they were pretty routine for him. So I would see if the Heat can give a push and try to make them work a little harder.
Yeah, they really struggled to generate offense in that period. And we'll see what they can do. Demons charging after that one. Back to the point! Grnovic's fault. Demons continuing to be impressive.
No, nothing there.
Koskinas
Good.
sends it across and they gain the zone, and Koskinas charges the net. He's got that big frame trying to screen. Shot blocked. Heat have it.
Good.
Now they come out on the offense and send that one in deep on the dump, but they call it the dump and chase, but that was really a dump and watch. Nobody came after it, so the Demons easily possess. And they do manage to escape their zone and gain the offense, but lose it at the blue line.
Good.
Sticks come together, Heat get in. But again, not much of a chase, so they can't do anything when they get the ball deep. Anastasia couldn't do anything with that, and we got a whistle.
You mentioned the dump and chase. I really don't see the Heat as a speed type of team. They're more an offensive-focused team. But right now, their defense has been tested quite a bit. They've had trouble transitioning quite a few times against the Demons as they're trying to work those new lines in this season. And this is something that takes time to develop.
I do want to make a correction. It's not Osiak in net for the Demons. It is Nick Zach. So, apologies for that, but we did just see number 32 there, Nick Zach, manning the pipes for Delco. Demons trying to work it out of their own end, and now they do. Here comes some speed. Get along the left wing, right up to the point. Oh, right in front, and that one just rolled off his heel. 2 minutes gone here in the second period, still scoreless. Demons pressing. They're in the offensive zone, but struggling.
Break loose. Break loose.
Shulk tries to get it out and can't. Anastasia is right there.
Good.
This one comes in deep, but again, the Heat can't control. Bouncing out the end wall, there's Phillips chasing after it. They cycle along the left-hand side. Huge gap. There's a shot. They score! The Heat get on the board. Rodney Stahl in the third.
Well, this took quite a bit of time, and it just takes one big bomb from the point. Had an opening, and you know what? There was a big screen out in front. There was no way that Zach was going to be able to see that one. Stahl gets the opening.
Great look there by our net cam, and yeah, there's no chance for Zach on that. He had two huge bodies in front of him, couldn't see a thing.
Good.
Now we got a delayed call as the Demons come back in and try to punch. They've got the empty net. So the Demons drop the first one after a strong first 13 minutes. But now we get a whistle, and someone in the Heat is going to sit. Sounds like Yoakum.
I'm in, Pat.
And yep, that's what they're going to call it. It's Yoakum to the box, and that will be our first power play of the day for the Demons. A chance to rebound back after giving up a tough first goal. Now, as far as penalty minutes, last season, the Heat
Here we go. Blue.
were one of the better ones, but this has been a division where pretty much it can get real physical, but
I got ball.
we'll see if they can redirect it toward the net.
So Demons trying to get one back. There's a shot, and that's going to be the key, I think. Oh, Grnovic's can't cover. I thought he had it for a second. But that's going to be the key, is using that physicality. Nice behind the back, down the boards. Takes a big shot, Anastasia. but that one worked up and out by the Heat. Time ticking down. Augustine collects in his own end. These 1-minute penalties, again, they're so quick. Sent right back out by the Heat. It's so difficult to manage that. They try to gain the zone.
Good.
Now sitting at 6 minutes, so that should just about do it for the penalty. Yep, and we are even strength. So a good kill by the Heat. Demons aren't able to capitalize. Heat being opportunistic in their offense, but now here's a little bit of a rush if they can make something happen. Sliding! Ball is loose. Krasnovic fights that one off. Daniel Schulk with a great opportunity.
Run. Door.
Oh no, sorry, that's Jordan Laro. Quick shot and a save by Krasnovic.
Good.
Lifted up and out and chased after as we approach the halfway mark of this game. Along left-hand side, Demons. Center! Good opportunity. Not sure if Krasnovic had to make a save there as he was falling right to left. And that one way off the net.
But they're trying to see if there's any interference there. We'll take a look at it. No, he was. Yeah, I think he was just trying to head toward the ball, and his lane got blocked. There was really not that much of a push for me.
Yeah, I mean, I watched that and I see Anastasia and Krasnovic coming together. Who's the argument for the interference? I mean, you could say both of them. Neither one had the ball. Nonetheless, here we are, 5 minutes to go, second period, 1-0 Heat. Demons trying to answer, and they shovel that one towards the net. A good opportunity there by Dylan Fight is stopped by Krasnovic.
Krasnovic has been holding the fort quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, he's had like 1 or 2 big saves that he had to really make a push to. I'd say that this is the point where the Demons need to create some rebounds.
Yeah, he's actually... Oh, and a quick shot. He's been doing pretty good at managing that. I think the Demons, one of their issues so far, in spite of all of the offense, is they have been missing the net a bit. And again, you watched the Heat and you saw that huge screen in front by Ryan Phillips that just made it easy for Stahl because Zach just couldn't see it. And you'd think that with the big bodies of the Demons, they'd be able to create more of that. And Heat coming back and looking for more in that one, fought off by Zach. Now along the far side red line, it exits the zone. Picked up by Phillips and sent back in. Charging after this one with speed. Rezniak sends that in front. Almost trying for the one-timer.
Good.
Demons on the attack. Far side hash mark. Shot. Krasnovic goes down. We got a whistle.
His helmet comes off, a little bit shaken up, but it looks like he'll be all right. As the Demons were going to go for the crash the net strategy, and they quite literally did, as Dylan Fight runs right into Krasnovic, but I don't think he meant to do that. He was trying to get the ball for the tip in, but they're going to check with Krasnovic, so he is walking. I think he'll be okay, just a little shaken up.
Yeah, I think that was very much incidental. Like you said, I don't think that was intentional in any way. Just an awkward collision.
Twist it the other way, Dylan. There you go.
Defender got mixed up with Fight, and like you said, literally you're just crashing the net.
He didn't say anything to us, he said it to you.
So we're going to have an offensive zone draw for the Demons here at 3:51 of the second period.
I'll take that to it.
Philadelphia Heat leading 1-0, despite the Demons carrying the majority of play on the strength of a Rodney Stahl III goal. But really, to me, it was the Ryan Phillips screen that really helped make that happen, getting right in the eyes of Nick Zach.
All right, in. Stay set, guys.
Face off, won and sent forward right away, but covered by Krasnovic, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, I've been mentioning that they need to get some rebounds on the net because Granovics has that recovery time when he goes down into the butterfly, but he's been doing a great job with the rebound controls. They just had no second chances available.
Deflected.
Yep, right, couldn't control it off the draw, so now it comes back in by the Heat. Left-hand side, trying to shovel that one forward is Charlton. And held by Zach.
Looks like both teams are having the same strategy in mind, go right to the net. And almost had an opening there, but got closed off at the last second.
You know, this is what we expect from this division. We saw New England last week, and it was a much more passive, much more defense-first kind of division, and it's just so fun watching the different regions and how they play and seeing them playing to their identities. Whereas you look at like a Buffalo maybe in a really high skill area, a lot of quick plays and a lot of passing and a lot of slickness. We saw a little bit of that in Chicago too. Then you saw New England that was much more defensive, very cautious, very conservative. Now here in Philly, this is what you expect. It's aggressive, it's crash the net, it's bodies hard, and I think we just got another penalty there, it sounds like. Thought I heard a rough. I think Brian Malloy is going to go sit.
Yeah, it's going to be against the Heat, trying to see who it is.
I think I heard a 5, so I think it's Brian Malloy. But that's one of the fun things about this league and also about the Milet Cup is then finally in the end of the summer you get to see all of these different teams and these different play styles coming together, and you see kind of you shuffle the deck and see who comes out on top, because a team that might be dominant in their own division might fall to a different team with a different play style. And I think about the Tier 2 finals last year between the OC Wolves and the Mays Landing Mojo, where the Wolves were so strong in California and the Mojo were the number 7 seed in Jersey, but they survived the playoffs. They got some players back from injuries and they just boosted their chances, and the two different styles came together, and the Wolves weren't prepared for that kind of a play. Quick shot there, bounces off the end boards. And so it's one of the fun things about the way this league is structured is you have so many teams in so many different divisions that you get to see these different types of ball hockey from across the entire country. And then finally in the Milet Cup, you see them all come together. So we are seeing that very typical Philadelphia style. Demons on the power play again here and trying to take advantage of it in a high penalty division. Shot from the point, another one. And that's going to do it for the power play. Malloy out of the box. He gets bumped around. Can't make anything happen as he runs into 3 Demons players. Under 2 minutes to go here, second period. Heat still leading 1-0. On the strength of that, Rodney Stahl, the 3rd goal. Nice little settle with the foot there. Shot comes in but gets blocked. Chasing after it is Keane. D2D tries to send that one into the middle and can't, but stopped. Hendricks keeps it in. Big shot from outside, bounces off the wall. Now behind the net. Minute 25 to go. Second period. Demons putting on a push.
Ball's there, find it.
They've really carried the majority of play here. There's a little bit of a shove. No call. Again, just characteristic of the kind of physicality that you're used to here. There's a shot. Grignovics, huge save!
Another sprawling save by Granovics. And again, this comes down to the rebound control. It just comes right out and just denies the second opportunity. The Demons just can't catch a break.
You've absolutely nailed it, Daniel. He is not leaving anything for these players that are swarming the crease. There's just no second opportunity available, and that's huge. Granovics keeping his team in this. Now we're rolling back around. Demons forced back out. Because, I mean, really, there's no question here as we enter the final minute of the second period. This is still feeling like the Demons' game.
at this point, like I said, this is where you would want to create rebound chances. But the problem is, there is none available. Granovics has just been doing a great job just knocking all the shots right in front of him and just denying a second chance. So if I were the coach, I just tell him, just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing everything right. I mean, and with the one goal that's against them, there's nothing they could have done. That was just a good setup screenshot. But that's just an indication that you need to do what Phillies know to do. Just start using the bite and start clearing out the slot. Just start pushing.
Yeah. I mean, take nothing away from Nick Zach. Like you said, there's literally nothing he could have done on that shot. He just didn't get the help he needed. But Grivnovics, I think for me, I agree. His ability to completely eliminate second chances so far in these first two periods has been key, because it's not like the Demons aren't getting players in front of the net. They are. He's just smothering his opportunities, and there's no rebounds. So that's really big, and I wonder if I'm the Demons. Again, like you said, I really don't know what to change. I don't think there's anything you need to do to change. And there you see Andrew Grivnovics adjusting his gear and getting ready here to start the third period.
Here we go.
I think the Demons are playing a really solid game. Epbright wins the draw for his team, and they have it trying to get in, and they do. Chasing after this one is Lang. He couldn't get on it. Epbright in the slot looking for it as Koskinis tries to work it out of the corner. Can't. Manuel holds the line at the blue line, comes back in for Lang. Along the left-hand side and gets that one forward. And again, smothered, no rebound, and held by Grivnovics.
I would start thinking that you need to start shooting up high, because you have to try to look for those areas where Granovics gives up rebounds, and if you try to bounce one off the pad, try to go for the blocker side, you got more of a chance to create those rebounds.
And they score! Just like that! No rebound needed. Tyler Epbright gets his team on the board and ties this one at 1.
And that one, I think, just pulled Granovic toward the near post and opened up that far side. It's one of those surprise shots that they needed to beat him, and they finally found a way.
Just barely beat Grivnovics on the glove side, and we're tied at 1 here at 9:15 of the third period. Now look to the Heat to try to answer, because, again, this really has been the Demons' game. And I'm very curious to see if this gives them the spark that they need, or if the Heat can find that second gear and come back, because they really scored on one of their only chances of the game. They gain the zone. Now it comes back, Zach looking at it. Rimmed around, and the Demons walk it out. Right up the middle. Anastasia sends it across. Shot goes wide of Grivnovics. Hendricks chasing after this one. No icing as it's played by Zach. Now Hendricks has it. Along the right-hand side. Anastasia couldn't play it. And here come the Heat. Ooh, just barely stays onside. Good heads-up play by Yoakum. Here along the near end. It's his team putting on a little bit more of a push. Seeing a lot more back and forth right now. Right down the middle and straight to Snyder. Lost that one at the red line, but can't control it. Heat struggling in the neutral zone right now. Snyder takes a look. He's got a lot of traffic. Sends that one into space, but no one there.
Ball's there. Help!
Right at that red line. Collected by Cole. Matt Cole coming in, makes a move! Oh, wow. Matt Cole. Some sick hands.
31-7.
And the Demons take the lead.
I mean, how many dinks did he have to make? 1, 2, 3. Just draw Granovich out of the net. And that's what I'm saying. Now, I think they figured it out. Just try to draw Granovich to his side and open up the lane. I think the Demons have found a way through.
Huge goal here. 7:21 of the third period. Demons take their first lead of the game. Heat push back on their heels, and now they really need an answer.
Still good.
Left-hand side played up by Keane, but smothered by the Heat. Lost at the blue line. Still jousting after it is Stahl. He's the goal scorer. 7 minutes. Shot from way out and held. No rebound. Zach.
Now I'm looking to see if the Heat can push back. As we already mentioned, that they've had some chances at the net, but have had a hard time trying to set up a play. Now, if they can try to attack the net like they did before, they can try to turn this back around. But the Demons, we've been looking to get some depth scoring, and we just saw we now have one for Matt Cole.
Now down into the corner. Eppright tries to send that one up the middle. Just rolling, top of the circle. Punched back in by Snyder. Here come the Heat. Great opportunity and good defensive work by Eppright. Excellent stick there. Robs the chance, and oh, we got a whistle. I hear a slash.
On him.
It may be going against Snyder. Oh no, it's
It's
Eppright.
Eppright. It's going against the Demons. That's a tough one. So this is the chance. This is the chance the Heat need right now. Rezniak wins the draw. 6.5 to go. Quick shot from the point by Rezniak. Heat have it in the corner. Now loose, quick shot, scores! Power play goal! And we're tied again.
73.
Chris Charlton breaks up
73.
the defensive
97.
play and in the high slot sniper shot, and the Heat are back in it. They needed a reason to get to the net, and they got it with a power play goal. Don't count the Heat out yet.
I gotta tell you, this is the kind of game I was expecting. Here we are, tied at 2, 6:10 to go.
Ball's out.
Heat 2, Demons 2.
Good.
Now the Demons' chance to respond. That one bounces off the near boards. Yoakum right in the middle. Can't control that one. Nice stick by Hunziker. Chasing after this one is Augustine. Will Augustine was definitely a difference maker for his team last season. Let's see if he can get one here. Anastasia's right in the slot. Takes his shot. Save Granovich.
Down. Out.
Shuts down Dom Anastasia right in his wheelhouse. Great stop. Hunziker gets it back in. There's another shot. Granovich. No rebound. Once again.
The same story as it's been for Granovich,
Horrible goal that was.
as he's looking to rebound back by denying a rebound.
Should have run and through it. Yep.
Jordan Lauro was right there on the doorstep, but Granovich gives him nothing. Keane set to take the draw. And again!
Same spot.
Good glove, and we redo.
And that was actually more critical than it looks, because the Demons had one man sitting on the far post ready to tip it in.
Sent back to the point. Quick shot! Hendricks. Ball is loose. Hendricks chasing after this one. Now coming into the end and picked up by Snyder. Snyder getting pushed in by Schulk. Swung at there by Phillips, but he couldn't stop it. slowed down and sent in by Keen. Heat are the first ones on it, under a lot of pressure. Aggressive forecheck by the Demons. Under 5 to play here, third period, and that one, oh, another icing. Referees are being very stringent on their icing calls.
And that's the reason why the teams have got to adjust and try to make sure that they're absolutely at the right position before they make those passes. And we've seen that over the past few weeks. They've been pretty strict on the icing calls this season.
And I think as a player, the one thing that you really want is consistency. And I think the officials have very much done that. So then it's your job to adjust as a player. You know what you're going to get from the officials. Don't cheat. This one gets in deep. Picked up by Hunsaker. 4:25 to go. Third period of a 2-2 game. Power play goal by Charlton ties it up at 2.
Good.
The Heat.
Loose.
Epright takes a shot.
That's it. We're good. Right here.
Again, the net off. And again, no rebound.
And that is another one of those chances where Granovics just continues to stand up in his crease, and why he's one of the better goalies in this division. In fact, we say that there's quite a bit of offense in this division, but the goalies have a lot more work than you think. And we haven't even mentioned Bryce Erb of the Hustle, who unfortunately we're not going to see today, but he was one of the best in the league.
Absolutely, yeah. This is one of the more fun divisions for me. And they score! The Demons! And it's costing us!
He was ranked number 2 on the team for points. And one big push from behind the net, set it up, and it goes undetected, and Koskinas, with one big push, gets his team the lead again, and they have 4 minutes left to lock it down.
What have we been saying this entire game? Get traffic in front. Angelo Koskinas. I love his game because he's a big physical player who's also got a ton of skill. His great hockey sense there gives his team the lead here. Under 4 minutes left. What a huge goal. Delco Demons lead it 3-2 right now. This has been a back and forth affair, and honestly, this is exactly what I expected. When I saw that this game was going to be in our lineup for coverage, I was very excited, and it has not disappointed. Demons trying to build, Heat trying to answer. 3:20 left to go, and that one just handled by Zach. But is that not exactly the kind of Philly goal that we expected to see?
Yeah, this is the type of division where they are going to be aggressive, and I've pretty much seen that with, frankly, both these teams. If you just attack the net, the shots are going to come your way.
Good.
100%, 100%. Nothing easy in this division. Heat takes a shot from outside, waved out by Zach. Still loose. Still
good.
Worked out there. Nice pass by Snyder. Banks it off, but it's picked up by the Heat. Under 3 minutes to play. That one bounces off the end boards. Shot from up high, but it doesn't get through. 2:50 left to go. Demons with a diagonal pass.
Find it. Sticks down.
Work this one into the zone. Demons on it first. Greg Novak, that one is loose. First real rebound he's given up this game. Lifted in by the Heat. Big physicality. Hendricks works it away. Bounces that one off the near boards. Gets it in deep, and it will go for icing, so they won't get the change that they wanted.
19 on the ring.
Demons were trying to make a change, and they won't get it.
Back on the bench. No. their timeout.
Now with the offensive zone draw for the Heat,
19 in the ring.
yeah, they're going to be.
Let's go to the other side.
Yeah, because I had timeout in mind, but you remember that you have the Demons unable to change, so they're gonna keep going here. But well, the
Pat, I can stay, right?
oh, well, was that not an icing?
19, 37, 31.
Because they called a timeout for the Demons.
19, 7, 31. It's the other team's timeout.
I think they're allowed to take the timeout, but they're not allowed to make the change. So that's what the officials were discussing just there, making sure that they don't use this timeout to.
If the other team calls, the other team can change, correct? Correct. Yes. No change.
Yeah, they're double checking just to make sure. Demons. They just talked with director Jason Kelly, and yeah, that is the case. So the Demons are allowed to take the timeout, but they still can't change. I heard 75. They wanted to get Koskinas out there. They cannot. The officials know the numbers, so the Demons are allowed to take that timeout, but they can't change.
Why is it not delayed icing? What do you mean? If I was the first on the ball. We don't make. Oh, man. When the ball crosses the line, doesn't.
Now, of course, it's going to be beneficial for the Demons because it gives their players a rest, but it also is beneficial for the Heat as they can draw up a strategy and try to figure out when they're going to pull Gradovics, should they have to.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Nick.
Rezhniak set to take the draw for his team, and he does win it back. Quick shot for the point. That one goes wide. Collected by Hendricks. And Demons under a lot of pressure here. 2 minutes to go. Trying to dispossess. Strong forecheck by Shulk.
And
that one
good.
Goes up.
Sounds good.
Gets stopped at the blue line. Possible 2-on-1. Quick shot. Gradovics. Rebound comes out.
Still good.
Demons putting on the pressure here. Under 2 minutes to play. And the Demons have it.
Ball's there.
Gradovics comes out. There's Koskinas on the forecheck. He's got the go-ahead goal right now.
Tipped. Tipped off the stick.
That one goes down. No icing as it was touched. Minute and a half to go. Take a look at Gradovics. We'll see if he comes out. Heat are definitely looking to gain the zone. Demons clog the neutral, and they pick that one up and takes a shot. A bouncer in front of Gradovics. Augustine picks it up. Now he gives away to Rezhniak. Heat. 1 minute to play.
Still good.
Gradovics thinking about it. He hasn't gone yet. He's coming up high. We'll keep an eye on it. Now they're gonna go, so it's 6-on-5. 45 seconds left to go in the Heat. A final push to try to tie this one back up and force overtime. To the far point, that one blocked. And it's on Augustine. And he's gonna go for the empty net and score! With 27 and a half to go, the captain puts it away. The Delco Demons
9 from
are
13.
gonna take this one against the Philadelphia Heat.
This was really a team effort. How the offense made that big push to get to the net. They were running into a brick wall in Gradovics, but they found a way through, and that is going to make the Demons a really tough team to face this season.
Good.
One more chance here late. The final 20 seconds tick down, but man, Daniel, it's going to be so hard calling an MVP for this one because this was a game that the Demons absolutely dominated in the first 2 periods, and yet they trailed. So I don't envy your position. This is a tough one. The Demons take a huge win against the Heat and really showed up today. They pretty much controlled this from top to bottom. So, I mean, talk to me. Break this one down. This was a very entertaining affair. It did not disappoint. So break this one down for me and give me our MVP for this one.
Yeah. This is, like I said, this was a whole team effort, and they were trying to look for anything to work. The rebounds did not come their way, but once that first goal was scored, they got that momentum their way. They finally figured out what to do, and they went with it. And for that reason, I am going to go with let's go with Tyler Upright, because that when that first goal was scored, that opened the floodgates. That gave that team the motivation that they needed. I had said that the team needed depth scoring, and I think they got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Honorable mention, shout out to the slick hands by Matt Cole as well on that second goal. That was awesome. Obviously, Koskinis with the game winner. He's always been a difference maker, but like you said, with Upright and Cole getting the depth scoring that this team needs, if they can get that consistently, look out, Philadelphia. The Demons are for real this season, and I'm very impressed with what I saw. Take nothing away from Gruvnovics. He's a big-time goalie, and yeah.
Yeah, and now that you say that, I will add Cole to the MVP because those hands, I can't ignore that as well. So I'll lump him in there with him.
That's fair. So let's call it the depth scoring of the Demons from Upright and Cole. You called it in the pregame. That's what this team needed. That's what they got, and they showed up big time. And I love that they didn't bow to the adversity. They were trailing in a game that they were dominating, and we talked about it in the intermission. What do they need to change? Nothing. Stick to the plan. They did. It paid off. Huge win to start the season for Delco, and I'm really excited to see this division as it goes forward. It's a shame that we don't get to see the hustle today, but they are definitely in action, and this has always been one of my favorite divisions to watch. So we now shift gears. We've got our second of our three. This is our second Tier 2 game. We've got the Philadelphia Powerhouse and the Del Val Kingsman. Break this one down for me, Daniel. What are we looking forward to in this one?
Well, the Kingsmen have already played 2 games today, and they were against the 2 teams that we already saw today, the Heat and the Demons. They fell to both of them 4-1. Now, with that being said, there is one name that I am keeping my eye on, and that's JT Volpe. He has a goal in each of those games, so he's already the front runner as to who I think is going to be the game changer. They're going to be up against the Powerhouse, which they had a pretty okay season. They had a 6-4-1 record. It was pretty average, but they did come into the 3rd position, and they did pull off quite a bit of an upset last season against the Delco Demons, making it to the semis of the Philadelphia division last year. With that, the Powerhouse, they are bringing in quite a bit of players into the roster. You got Rolf Figueroa Sr., you got Dan DeMarco, Steve Andre, and there's quite a bit for you to go through as far as who can really give a push to this team. But they have been trying to look for that one X factor that can get them up to that level of the Harrisburg Hustle.
Steve, but I'm
last
mic'd up,
season,
I'm not allowed to say them anymore.
the team, they had quite a bit of competition, but Stephen Bruce was one of the top scorers. He came out with 8 goals and a total of 11 points. So that being said, they need what the Demons have been lacking last season, and that's depth scoring.
I gotta go ref.
They got Daniel DeMarco Trip Kennedy at 8 points last year, but they need some more to get them up to that competitive level on the top 3.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. It is, I would say, at least on paper, kind of middle of the pack as far as this division goes. But again, it's a new season. It's early. You can kind of do whatever. And
yeah, we do have those 3 teams earmarked as kind of being the class of the division, but this is both of these teams' opportunity to kind of prove us wrong and show us what they can do. So we're underway here in the first period, second of 3 games today on MVP TV. Powerhouse and the Kingsman. Kingsmen swing that one around, and they go far side, way down low, but it does go for icing, just barely. So it'll come all the way back. You see Captain John Bay. Oh. No, wait. No, I'm sorry. That's Steve Tomlin. That's Steve Tomlin. Draw one by the Kingsmen behind their own net. Trying to swing that one up the middle. Almost gave it away right in the slot. Charge again along the right-hand side. Underneath and picked up by Kennedy. George Kennedy tries to send it around, but he doesn't get it out. Kingsman still maintaining pressure. In between feet now coming back in. But Powerhouse can't control. Worked dangerously in front of the net. That got close. Now 2-on-1. Goaltender way out and picks that one up. Where did that go?
Get that one in his glove. A very aggressive goaltender. But the Kingsmen, pretty good start. You'll hear quite a bit of familiar names. Will Hughes, who was with the Fear last season. In fact, there's quite a bit of Fear players from last season that have joined the Kingsmen.
That's right. The Philadelphia Fear, I believe, no longer in this division at this tier. So a little bit of restructuring as the league saw a lot of growth and a lot of change in between Season 1 and Season 2. 8:35 left to go here in the first period. Kingsman on the offense, but this one comes all the way out and beats out the icing. Nice hustle there by Chris Dunova. He works it on the low cycle. Robert DeMarco works that one up. Trying to use their body. Gets past one man, but not another. Lenny Rico can't make it happen. Defending in front is Kennedy. Powerhouse come out. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Kingsman try to shove that one away, and here we go, chance! Makes a move! Scores! Del Val takes the lead.
A great strip, and that speed the other way. Jamie Isett, who was a name from the Fear last season, gets that opening. Look at that speed.
He was pretty much the guy from the Fear, if I recall, last year, so no big shock to see him make a move, beating Simon Dara. And here they go again! Along the right-hand side. Tries to get that one set up in the middle. That one just passed into space. Nobody there. Now another opportunity. Back door was wide open. Almost 3 minutes gone here, and the Kingsmen looking very strong in this game. Hang on a second. Oh, almost opportunity there. That pass just lost in feet. Chasing back after that one was Nick Becker. Swung out with a glove. Player hits the deck. Kingsman again trying to make something happen. This one just punched out. 6:50 in the first. And that one covered by Pierre. And I believe Pierre was also the goaltender for the Fear.
Yes, he was. And yeah, he was mainly the backup, if I remember correctly, because they had 2 goaltenders in the net last season. But Pierre looking to get a strong push with a new team.
Make sure that is Joe. It's kind of hard to read that number, but in the meantime here, we're approaching the midpoint, and the Kingsmen are on top 1-0 off a great move by Jamie Isaac. Along the right-hand side, they continue. Nice little move around the defender. Gets to the circle. Bottom. Takes this shot. Goaltender goes down. Powerhouse trying to stuff. Now on the wraparound. Hands it on the backhand. Takes a look. Has the point. Doesn't opt to go for it. McEntee gets that down for Steve Bruce Jr. Now coming back out, the Kingsmen with speed. Powerhouse work it back in. Along the near side, at the circle. Curls up. Bruce looks, sends it underneath on the cycle. Kennedy takes it off a bounce. A lot of pressure defensively. Nice work there by Sirianos. Powerhouse still have it. Sticks come together, but Kingsmen get it out. Gain the zone, get it deep. Simondera made a move. Teams make a change here at the 5-minute mark. Kingsmen leading 1-0. Coming back in and chased after by Kirchner. Kirchner's pass gets gobbled up. Takes a shot for the high point. Rebound! Big save by Simondera.
That was quite an offensive attack by the Kingsmen. Much different from what they had in their first 2 games. Just attack the net. Again, I'm already impressed with how the Kingsmen are handling themselves.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Powerhouse just kind of look a little caught flat-footed. But it's only 5 and change gone here in the first, so they've got plenty of time to adjust and respond to that Jamie Isaac goal. Nice handling there by Bruce Jr. Cuts in underneath, behind the net. Assesses, doesn't have a whole lot of options, so he takes the point position. Sends that one back as it bounces off the wall. Trying to get traffic in front. A little bit of physicality, and we are going to get a whistle.
It's going to go against the
Calling a rough.
Kingsmen, and it looks like a hold.
It's a hold, yep. Good call, Daniel. Your eyes are better than mine. We'll take a look. Right there,
right
oh
in
yeah.
the middle there.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be, I believe, Dave Fulner. Yep, Dave Fulner. So
Everybody still white?
Philadelphia gets the power play here and a chance to tie this game up with 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Kingsman coming in shorthanded. Makes a move, sends that one in deep.
Still in.
First 20 gone of the power play. There's a shot and a second chance. Huge stop there. Great opportunity for the Powerhouse with the man advantage. Time running out here for them.
Good.
They've got about another 20 seconds, and this one rolling. Going down, and it stays out again. I think that might actually be Anthony Fuscaldo in net for the Kingsmen. Not Joe Peer. We'll take a look as we're just about at even strength. Coming way out.
Hold it.
Ball is loose, and we are even strengthened. Yes, that is Fuscaldo. And he came up huge. Let's take a look at this again.
This one on a partial break. Almost had a little bit of help from the defense, but a sprawling save. I think that's going to be called a Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Great stick by Will Hughes, though. There's no question that his stick influenced that. Huge defensive work there by the Kingsmen as they continue to lead this one 1-0 as we're under 3 here in the first period. Powerhouse with another shot. Fuscaldo turns that one away. Kingsmen try to work this one out, but that... Oh, it's going to go for icing, but it instead found the goaltender, Zimberda.
Still good.
That one just rolling.
Still good.
Powerhouse can't hold it. Nice job by Phil Renaudot to keep it in. Behind the net, tries for the wraparound. Looking for it.
I'm right on the red line. I don't got a goal. Sitting under you. Sitting under you. Nah, they're being idiots.
The rest everyone was appealing that it went across the red line. Let's see from this angle. I don't think it did. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, look at the bottom screen. Where's that ball? No, it's not. It's on the line.
Huge save, and then another one.
That's it.
Simendera. Unbelievable.
Just great positioning, hugging that near post and just cutting off that 5-hole. I mean, I'd say the Kingsmen have really got a good goaltender here. That's just great play.
Simendera for the Powerhouse coming up huge. Couple great opportunities right on the goal line. Keeps the Powerhouse in this one. 2:06 left to go, first period. The Kingsmen pouring it on. There's another opportunity, and oh, what a shot block!
Good!
The defense getting in the way of that one. You're right, the Kingsmen are absolutely impressing right now, and the Powerhouse are hanging on. Simendera doing a great job between the pipes for his team as they trail 1-0 here with $1:45 to go. Hits his knees, but no call. We continue on. Another shot. That one's fought off by Fuscaldo. Oh, they are going to call it, it sounds like. And they will. Powerhouse are going to have a power play opportunity here late, and maybe some more.
66 trip, right? Huh? 24. 24. 24 white.
They're calling it.
24
calling
white.
it against Isaac.
Well, that's unfortunate because he's already in the scorebook. So you don't need to do that to get your name on the sheet. Minute 26 to go, first period, and Isaac has a goal and a penalty now. We don't do Gordie Howe hat tricks in this league, though, so don't look for that. Powerhouse with an opportunity here. There's a quick shot from the point.
Play the ball! Play the ball! Play the ball!
Works it ahead. Bruce Jr. takes this shot. Fuscaldo sprawling. Now we're at 1 minute here. Powerhouse on the power play. We saw a power play goal in the last game. Will we see one here? This ball bouncing as they gain the zone. Tries to get that one right in front and couldn't settle it. And a nice, oh, they did manage to clear, so Powerhouse have to tag up. They do. Along the left-hand side, bottom of the circle. 40 seconds. Flips that one forward. Quick clear there by the Kingsmen. Now possible 2-on-1, shorthanded. They are, oh, just barely offside. And a good job by the, oh, and they couldn't tag out. I was going to say, good job by the Kingsmen to read it. But unfortunately, Brendan Herman is offside as this power play ends.
We'll keep an eye on the slot here. Did he take an elbow up high? The way he reacted, it looked like it, but I don't think it was anything malicious.
I don't know that there was any contact there. But we play on. Nice little pass there by Fulner. Down into the corner, chased after by Mark O'Donnell. Power play is over. The Powerhouse not able to take advantage here. Final 10 seconds of the first. Up into the corner. Now 5 seconds. One possible last chance for the Kingsman. And a good block there defensively by the Powerhouse. And the Kingsmen lead this one 1-0. What an impressive first period by Del Val.
And really from all sides of it, you had a great attack from Jamie Isett. And of course, Anthony Fuscaldo has made some great saves in the net. I mean, this is really something that the Powerhouse, I was expected to go the Powerhouse's way, but the Kingsmen pretty much found their rhythm. I just wonder if they can sustain it, because it has been a problem for them in the first 2 games, but based on what I saw in this first period, I think they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Simon Dara for the Powerhouse in net has been very strong. We've seen a couple impressive stops, literally holding the ball on the goal line. But as far as offensively, we're not really seeing anybody for the Powerhouse step up and generate that offense. Fuscaldo hasn't been tested a ton. Yeah, this has really been the Kingsmen coming out strong and looking confident. You know, talking about the earlier games they played today, maybe it's because they got their legs, maybe they're warmed up, maybe they're looking to close out their afternoon strong, but Del Val, very impressive so far here in the first. Still 20 minutes left to go. 10 up on the clock for the second, and Philadelphia looking to find an answer here. George Kennedy lining up. He's got Steve Bruce Jr. on his left. Kennedy wins the draw forward. Bruce Jr. controlled temporarily, and that one punched in by Denuva.
Yeah, the Powerhouse, I think, needs to play a little more zone time defensively, because we have seen that speed come into play, and if they get caught, they're going to get burned.
And here it is again, along the right-hand side. Nice move by O'Donnell, gets that one in front. Ball is loose, and thankfully for Philadelphia, the Powerhouse was there first. Great defensive work by Steve Andre. This one coming all the way back, and Fuscaldo hangs on.
And again, you have to watch for those lanes. Powerhouse, I mean, they got some speed themselves, but I don't know if they're going to be as fast as the Kingsmen. Only time's going to tell.
Back to the point. Sent in through feet, but doesn't get all the way. Taking a look is Kirchner. Now in the right-hand corner. The Kingsmen have it. DeMarco chases in after it. Kirchner forced to back off. He swings out with a stick, but can't stop it. Becker gets to it. Powerhouse trying to get this one out, and that one comes on net. First minute of the second period gone. At the point, gunned in, goes wide, rebound! Great opportunity. I don't know if Fuscaldo got a piece of that, but if he did, that was a killer save. Tries for the wraparound, another opportunity. Kingsman coming in hot. Defensively, trying to keep this one out. As the Powerhouse show their best push of the game. They get more chances, long offensive zone chance. This is exactly what you said they need, Daniel, and they're getting it. Can they convert? Pressing in along the half wall. Now down in the lead. Gets that one back up, and unfortunately for them, that one does come all the way out, and they have to tag up. It's the long change, though, in the second period, so the Kingsmen can't change. Another shot for Fuscaldo. Save! And held! But what a push, Daniel. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for Philadelphia to try to get back into this.
Yeah, they need a big pushback here because they're trying to look for that rebound, but it looks like the stick of Will Hughes just got in the way. But a good push by the Powerhouse, and I've also noticed that they're starting to get quite a bit of bumping along the boards.
Let's go.
There's some shouting. DeMarco and Rico getting into it. We'll keep an eye on that. See if it develops into anything. There's another shot for the point blocked. That was Jimmy Smith Jr. Chasing after it again.
Good.
And he holds it. They tag up, but now it's kicked right back out. And down again.
Hold up.
Zamindera holds on. And the Powerhouse, one thing I've noticed here in the second is they've done a much better job of not leaving those lanes open for those breakaway rush opportunities for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, and that's the reason why the Kingsmen had the lead, that they had just let one speedy guy through, and so now they know that they got to play their positions and cover the zones.
Here, oh, if he almost had an opportunity for a huge break. The big defensive stop in the neutral zone by the Kingsmen to prevent that. 7:30 left to go, second period, and they lead 1-0 here. Trying to build on it. Left circle. Tried to kick that one out, and Zamindera hangs on.
Yeah, they were trying to look for a cross-rank pass. See, he had plenty of room, but as we were just mentioning,
yeah, it's tough. There was a backdoor opportunity, but he couldn't get to it in time. And again, Powerhouse doing a good job of shutting down those passing lanes that they maybe struggled with a little bit in the first period. They're definitely showing a pushback here. They tried to send that one in, but it gets stopped at the tie slot. And they gave this on 2-on-1 opportunity. Kingsman here. Can't connect the pass. Oh, good defensive work. Nice stick by Raul Figueroa Sr. But the pressure's not over. Tried to stuff play there on the wraparound near side at 6:45 of the second. Kingsman, another chance for the back door and stopped. Powerhouse, nice slow patient pass by Smith Jr., but he gives it away. Kingsman again coming in. That one bouncing around. Where is it? Now it finds its way out. Powerhouse get it in deep. That's Bruce Jr.
Sticks down out front.
Steve Bruce takes a look. He's got help at the point, and he's going to take it. Quick shot. Big save by Fuscaldo. In feet, and that one worked out. Bounced awkwardly. There's no icing on this one. Powerhouse have to hurry. 4 minutes gone here, second period. Kingsman lead. 1-0. Player goes down, no call. No. On the back door, and what a stop by Fuscaldo. Diving, gets the paddle down. Kingsman continuing to impress here. We approach the halfway mark. Another chance for the Powerhouse. Takes a shot. Fuscaldo covers. No rebound. Let's take a look at this again. And don't forget, you can catch all of this, of course, all season long at twitch.tv/NBHLofficial. But we've got, a wonderful dive there going left to right with the paddle down. Don't forget, you can find us on Roku as well at Ball Hockey by MVP, where you can see full replays of all the action, alternate angles, and just all the ball hockey goodness that you can get. That one left out. They're saying no trip. Goalie was way out of the net. Zamindera. Now 5 minutes. Here comes Kennedy on the backhand, swung out by Fuscaldo. Back up into the middle. Handcuffed a little bit was Kirchner. Now on the near side, shot. Zamindera makes the stop. Andre goes underneath, behind the net. Sending that one around. Stopped at the blue line. Kingsman again, a 2-on-1 down low, but they can't connect the passes, and Zamindera hangs on. But the Kingsmen are getting so many 2-on-1 looks and they just can't complete the pass. There's the trip. The official says that's okay and they go on, so apparently it's not a trip. Just a goalie 15 feet out of his crease making a stop. 4:35 left to go in the second period. Kingsman leading 1-0. Jamie Isett's got the only goal. That one handled awkwardly along the near side. Kingsmen still have it at the blue line. Kicks it back to the left. Takes a shot that goes off the mark. DJ Snyder pawing at that one. They've got some players in front. Try for the wraparound again. Bouncing around. Chased after. Another shot. Zymandera makes the save. Kingsmen have it. Another long shift. Snyder. Tried to get that one in front. Powerhouse clear out the crease. They get it out. They're jousting for it, and they do get it in deep. Kingsmen first on it. 3:45, second period. They lead 1-0, but they love some insurance. Way offside. Maybe offside by 30 feet. So that one's going to get called back. Here you see Phil Ronaldo for the Kingsmen. 3:36 left to go, second period. His team leading 1-0. Jamie Isett's got the only goal.
Don't say that behind the flag. Don't say that.
Face off here. Matt McEntee tries to win it forward. He's got Bruce Jr. on his wing. Assist by Kirchner, but it's out. And the Powerhouse showing absolutely no urgency to get onside. So they'll get whistled for it. I almost wonder if that would be an intentional. The officials say no. So we'll just redo. McEntee. His team wins the draw. Back to Kirchner. And McEntee just lost it on his side of the blue line. But now this one's going to go for icing at 3:15 of the second. So another offensive zone draw for them. This time even deeper. No changes by either team. So McEntee stays out there. He had the lone goal against the Hustle earlier. There's a shot by Bruce Jr. Gets blocked, doesn't find its way to Fuscaldo.
Ball's still there.
Battling for it in the corner. Along the hash marks. Now getting in deep, and Fuscaldo has to drop the trapper on that one. 3:04 second period. Fuscaldo remains perfect thus far through 17. Still no change. There's another shot from the point, blocked. Kirchner lost it. In front, scores! The Kingsmen on a dirty turnover.
10.
Brendan Herman. There's the move between the legs. Watch this. Forehand, backhand. Roofed it over the shoulder, and it's 2-0. Del Val. 2:54 left to go in the second, and the Kingsmen double the lead. They win this face-off and come back in on the attack. Continuing to add pressure. Again, looking for the back door. Can't make it happen. Powerhouse trying to find some offense here. Get to the circle. On the backhand. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Fuscaldo goes down. Takes a look behind the net.
Easy out front.
Philadelphia needs an answer here. 2:25 to go in the second. Powerhouse along the right-hand side. Kick it back to the point, but they give it away, and it's another break. Kingsman makes a move. Scores! Del Val makes it 3-0. Is it Herman again? I think it is. Another forehand, backhand deke that goes rooftop. And Herman's got 2 in quick succession. The Kingsmen trying to take this game over here with 2:10 left to go in the second period. The Powerhouse reeling right now, and here they come again. Delvell. There's a quick shot to stop there off of Snyder. Simon Dara needing to come up big as he's got beaten twice. High glove side. Given away. Rimmed around. Minute 45 to go. Second period. That one goes for icing, and the Kingsmen are going to get an offensive zone face-off here late in the second period after 2 quick goals by number 10, Brendan Herman.
15, go to the box.
Oh,
15.
we got a penalty here. Let's listen in.
Go to the box. Stop saying anything and just go to the box. No,
That's it.
1 minute unsportsmanlike.
What is it?
Unsportsmanlike, 1 minute.
Is that Kenny right there?
I'm down there. Pat called it.
Yo,
You got
get
it.
your eyes on the
That's
shit,
it.
bro.
Go.
I ain't a grown-ass man, bro. 23 years old.
Here we go, boys.
Nick Becker is going to sit for the Powerhouse for an unsportsmanlike. Not sure what he said, but the officials did not like it.
96, go to the box. 5 minutes. Let's go.
Oh, now we got another
5
one.
minutes. Let's go. I don't care. I don't care.
5
Each of them,
minutes.
5 unsportsmanlike conduct. You go to the box, 96. That's all I'm telling you. Just go to the box.
Just go to the box. I got it.
Tomlin's going. And
Go.
5
is
on
that
4
DeMarco?
white.
Is it both
5
96s?
on 4 white.
No, go.
5 on 4 white.
So we've got 2 5-minute misconducts for unsportsmanlike. Becker's going to sit for 1 minute for unsportsmanlike.
Both with 5s.
Yeah, it is both 96s. So Robert DeMarco and Peter Tomlin sitting for 5 minutes unsportsmanlike.
5 minutes.
And then
On
Nick
96
Becker,
and
1
96.
minute
They both
unsportsmanlike.
get 5s.
So
15
late
got
stages
1.
here of the
Front foot
period. And yeah, the Kingsmen are going to get a power play here.
Let that one stay for both of them, right?
There you see.
Okay, here we go.
That doesn't seem right. But nonetheless, 2 teams, each team has a misconduct. Both 96 is going to go. 1 minute for Becker, held by Zymandera. But, wow, not sure what was said, but the official was not happy. 3 unsportsmanlike penalties, 2 of them misconducts here late in the period. Kingsman still attacking. They do have the power play. We're 5 on 4. And you can hear the benches still pretty upset. Minute 10.
Sal, clock.
More
Sal, clock.
arguing. The clock is running. Wasn't supposed to, so we'll see if they adjust. About 10 seconds ticked off there.
Sal. Hold the clock.
The
down to
scoreboard
4. 1,
shows
2,
that it's
3, 4 started, okay? Because you got all
2
you
5 minutes to the Powerhouse. It's not accurate, so we're working on fixing it. But so we've got Becker, who's still going to sit for a little bit. Hang on, clock's having all sorts of technical issues. But DeMarco and Tomlin, rather, Robert DeMarco and Peter Tomlin both got 5 minutes. And Becker got 1 minute. All unsportsmanlikes. Final minute of the second period. The Kingsmen lead this one 3-0 on the strength of 2 back-to-back Brendan Herman goals that were almost identical. And let's see if we can do some more! That one goes wide. Powerhouse just trying to escape this period if they can. Sliding. That ball goes high and covered by
What's the
Zymandera.
matter? Everything all right? Here we go. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Stop talking crazy. Enough. I'm saying he's gonna slow. Okay, but enough.
Even.
You can hear more jarring.
Okay, stop.
Stay still.
There's just a lot going on the benches. You can hear it. Powerhouse chasing after it. Becker's back out there. So that's it for the power play.
That's it.
Bodies come together along the near side.
No.
Tipped.
No.
This one comes all the way back, collected by Andre. Steve Andre takes a look, bounces that one along the near side. There's a move by Kirchner. Chasing after this one now is Kennedy. Kennedy's been one of the bright spots for the Powerhouse, but they still have not been able to solve Fiscaldo, and that's going to do it after 20. And the Kingsmen lead this one 3-0. Huge goals by Brendan Herman in less than a minute to give his team this 3-0 lead. But the story right now has been the heated benches. Let's listen in.
Put the one, take the one out. They know.
Benches are hot. Officials trying to maintain control of this game. And clearly just not having any of the nonsense. For the Powerhouse, they're going to have to try and settle things down.
Keep it clean, baby.
They've definitely been trailing in terms of possession and control. Kingsman showing a really impressive performance, but honestly, the Powerhouse just need to reset and regroup. The high energy, the heat, the negative emotions are not serving them well right now. They just need to focus on playing good, solid team hockey. Not try to take things into their own hands as individuals.
What? No, I'm trying to get game misconduct.
I think they're both done anyway.
So hear more conversation from the officials. It sounds like matching 96s, we may not see them again in the third period.
Going off the
Teams
one
lining
clock
up.
on the misconducts. Going off the one clock on the misconducts.
Okay, maybe they will be allowed back. It's hard to say, but it won't be for a while. About halfway through the period. So they've just got the one clock because they're matching. So
No good.
you see that reflected in the scoreboard.
No good.
That's what's happening. Powerhouse looking to solve Fiscaldo, but that one gets in deep
Shut that door.
and held.
Next to you.
Over here.
by
Over here.
Fiscaldo.
Right over here.
9:35 here in the third period, and the Del Val Kingsmen with a very impressive 3-0 lead right now over the Powerhouse. Draw one by Philadelphia, sent wide of the net and picked up by
Out.
Del Val.
Off.
They got it out, so
Clear.
Powerhouse
Clear.
have to tag up, and they do. On the backhand, rimmed around. Bodies come together at the red line, and Del Val gets in. Takes the shot side. Simondera makes that stop. Left wing side. They gain the zone, get it in deep, but they can't control it. Del Val is offside, just barely. A little bit of frustration
Over
there
here,
by
boys,
Icing.
over here.
Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, oh yeah. Right there, left-hand side. Ronaldo just barely across the line. Icing not happy about it. But they regroup into the neutral zone for the face-off.
Good.
One by Herman.
Still good.
They have the zone. They're just looking for what to do with it. Walks that one all the way back to the red line, but gave it away. Here's a chance. Oh, and he doesn't get the shot away. That is frustrating, and that's got to sum up the Powerhouse's game so far. Kingsman on the backhand. Still has it. Takes a look. Takes the shot. Goes wide. Second chance. Turned aside by Zymandera. Kingsman still on it. 8:20 here in the third period. Got it into the corner. And they score! It's 4-0 Kingsman.
10:52:81.
And the natural hat trick for Herman, and what a look over the shoulder.
10:52:81.
Zymandera knows it. But the natty hattie for number 10 makes it 4-0.
Let's go, White. Figure it out.
8:15 here in the third, and the Kingsmen are running away with it. Brendan Herman completely taking over offensively. Jeff Lochner coming out now at center. And the Kingsmen continue to push. Behind the net, Powerhouse trying to get this one out, and they do. No icing on this one, so it's a foot race. Kingsmen get to it first. Bouncing around. Trying to get an opportunity on net. The Powerhouse needs something, and they can't. Has his pocket picked. Tried to spring for a breakaway, but it wouldn't connect. At 7:40 here in the third. Kingsman leading 4-0 on a natural hat trick by Brendan Herman. What a individual performance. This one rimming around left-hand side. Gets in deep and no icing. Figueroa Sr.'s on it first. He sends that one behind the net. Sent across. Big blast from the point. Bounces off the end boards. Buscaldo didn't have to do anything with it. Now Will Hughes slows it up for his team. 7 minutes left to go in this one. He assesses. Sends that one diagonally, but they don't exit the zone. So they retreat and bring it back in. Now another pass to the right-hand point. Gets punched in again by the Powerhouse. Settles it down. We'll try for a third time. This time the breakout works. But they can't gain the zone.
Still off. You're still off. You're still off.
Powerhouse are still offside. Now they're good. But it doesn't matter because the Kingsmen continue to attack. Another chance. That one fought off by Zymandera. Billy takes a shot that goes wide.
Ball's out.
The red line can't control it. Zymandera sprawling and covering. Let's take a look all the way back. This was the Powerhouse's best opportunity. And it just rolls. He heals it. Just barely. Dan DeMarco tried to make one too many moves, and he lost it. And that's been the game for the Powerhouse. Just can't put things together. They win the draw in their own zone.
No.
Try to get it out. But they can't buy a break, as literally a breakaway dissolves in front of them. There's another opportunity. Worked ahead by Kennedy. Ball is still loose. McEntee is there, and he's going to get to it. Send it back up to the point, but it gets blocked and never finds the way to Fiscaldo. Here come the Powerhouse. I'm sorry, the Kingsmen. Behind the net. Sent up the middle, nobody home. Now the Powerhouse have it. Gain the zone. Little spinorama there. DeMarco. Can they do anything with it? There's Becker. And they can't. Kingsman lost it at the left circle. This one getting all the way deep. Halfway gone here in the third period. Kingsman leading 4-0, but it's been all Brendan Herman in the second period with a natural hat trick. As this one goes down for icing, and the Powerhouse are going to get an offensive zone draw. There you see Nick Becker. He was part of that
What's the matter?
unsportsmanlike kerfuffle, whatever it was. The Powerhouse just trying to settle things down here. They need 4, and they've got just under 5 to make it happen. They'll get the offensive zone face-off, so they make a change. There you see Tomlin, so he is back after serving his misconduct. And again, there's DeMarco. It was questionable, maybe they would return or not. Both 96s are back after serving their 5.
Good.
Part of 3 unsportsmanlikes late in the second period. Now here we are at third, 4:35 rather. And Kingsman really been in the driver's seat the whole way. This one coming back up to the point. Tried to send that deep, wouldn't connect. Powerhouse work it out, but they can't control. Really having a hard time stringing passes together this game. It's been the struggle for them. Del Val showing up in a big way here. Now down into the corner. Rimmed around, 3:50 left to go. Makes a move, and that one covered by Fuscaldo.
What did I miss?
Oh, Daniel. Oh, Daniel. You only missed a natural hat trick.
Of all times when this happened to me.
Thanks for suffering through some technical difficulties. We sit 4-0. The Del Val Kingsmen on the strength of 3 straight goals to end the second period by Brendan Herman. There's another huge stop by Zymandera showing no quit in him. 3:35 as that one ends up out of play. Let's take a look at it again.
Well, he's had to rebound back after what has been a tough
Hit the net.
few periods and a tough game overall.
Man, I don't know what to tell you.
The Kingsmen just a really impressive showing and just bouncing back after 2 losses today.
There's no question about it. Even with missing about a period or so, you still have the understanding of, yes, that has been the story here. Brendan Herman made a big push, but the whole team been strong. The Powerhouse have just been struggling to string together 2 or 3 passes and generate consistent offense. Now in the feet, takes a quick shot. Turned aside by Zymandera. In the slot, another shot. That one just goes wide, doesn't miss by much. Turning and firing. And a shot block in front, and the Powerhouse hanging on here with 2:40 left to go in the third. Kingsmen have this one and send it far and wide. Powerhouse has just really been outmatched this game. I don't know if it's because it's late in the day for them or what. You'd expect to see some fatigue from the Kingsmen having already put 2 in the books, but no, they are looking strong and comfortable. That one goes down for an icing here at 2:12. But Del Val looking very strong.
You're good. You're good.
And they are just not letting up here, but good defensive play to try to at least give a good push back. But with the performance of Brendan Herman, the Kings are just outmatching them.
And a huge shot block there by Steve Andre. So love to see that there's no quit in the Powerhouse.
So good.
This one really a quick chance, and oh wow!
96,
what a goal!
13 and 15.
The Powerhouse get on the board.
For a second there, I thought that was stopped, but just at the right
96,
time,
13,
and
15.
the Powerhouse finally get one on the board.
Robert DeMarco serves a 5-minute misconduct and comes back and gets the goal. There was some question at the end of the second if he was even going to be allowed to return, and now coming back the other way. There's a trip. that one going to get called? Yes, it will. And here we go. More rough stuff.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Everybody back up, back up.
Go.
And good job by the refs to
Go to your bench.
put a stop to that.
15, just go out that box, please. You go out that box over there. Just go right out over there. Thank you, over there, right over there. Thank you.
Just get everyone on the bench. We'll figure it out. Stay on the bench. Stay on the bench.
Somebody get in the box for 15, please. You got it. Just go over there. Just go over there.
So Nick
Somebody
Becker,
get his stuff,
come on.
please.
I got it. I got it.
He was a part of that fracas at the end of the second. He didn't serve a misconduct, but now the official is saying he is done.
Hey, White, go there.
42 to go.
Orange, go there. That's it. If I hear another word. It's all in here.
Yes. Just relax. I just want to get everything cleaned up first, okay, Sal? So, this is what I have. I had 15 with the slash. Okay. Then I had 15 with the 3-minute major to the face and a game misconduct, and another game misconduct for abuse of an official. Okay. And I got 56 just with a rough. I mean, he came in rough, right?
Yeah.
So all we need to do is put the 3 minutes up for the. No, we'll put the 4 minutes up and 1 minute. 4 on 4.
56.
Okay, you ready? 15 orange. 15 orange with a slash.
It's going to be
And a 3-minute
5 on 4. He's got a
3-minute
He's got a
rough.
slash, a major, and abuse of
Hands to the face, which constitutes a game misconduct. And then you got the same guy with a game misconduct, abuse of an official.
He's got a rough.
Okay?
He said he's got a rough, yeah.
And then 56 with a rough. So you got 1 minute on this side and 4 on that side, okay? So it's 4 on 4 for a minute. And then because of hands to the face, we got 3-minute penalty on orange for the remainder of the game. Okay? 4 on 4. 4 on 4. Hey, Brian? Here,
42
Brian.
seconds.
Brian.
Yeah.
4 and 4.
Here you go. Go ahead. I'll knock one over there.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, well, we're just going to, just let it play out.
All right, well, there you have it. That was quite a lot. Sounds like Steve Tomlin's going to sit for a minute for the Kingsman. Nick Becker is gone for a slash, a hand to the face, and abuse of an official. So he's going to get a major and a misconduct and a minor. So Becker finds his way on the score sheet in the worst way possible. He did it late in the second. He did it again here in the third. So we're 4 on 4 for a minute. This one's all but academic. It's 4-1, Kingsman leading. Robert DeMarco with the only goal for the Philadelphia Powerhouse, ironically, also served a 5-minute misconduct earlier in this game. So we're at 4 on 4 for another 30 or so seconds. Kingsman get this one in deep, but really, oh, and a slide!
Got it. We're good.
Simon Dara hangs on.
But it's just been a frustrating game for the Powerhouse, and they hate to give up another one. But the Powerhouse, it's just been a tough game for them.
It has. We've seen tempers
boys.
flare. It's been
Good work.
a lot of unsportsmanlike, unfortunately.
Good.
Thankfully, nothing too physical, no fights or anything of that nature, but tempers flaring for sure. And the frustration setting in. 50 seconds left to go now in the third period. Philadelphia trying to work it out. Final couple seconds on the Steve Tomlin minor. So now we're going to close out the rest of this game with the power play for the Kingsmen. It is a major, so we're going to stay at 5 on 4 no matter what happens, unless somehow more penalties are incurred in the final 30. On the back door, takes his shot. And the sarcastic cheer comes up for the missed shot.
Good.
Player goes down doing the splits. 10 seconds left on the clock, and that's going to do it. The Del Val Kingsmen take down the Powerhouse 4-1 in huge part to the natural hat trick of Brendan Herman. Officials making sure that nothing more comes of this one. We'll keep an eye on the handshake to see. And Daniel, I know you missed some of it, so I'm just going to tell you, our MVP of this one unquestionably, Brendan Herman, took this game into his own hands with a natural hat trick late in the second period and gave the Kingsmen their first win of the season.
Yeah, I didn't need to see it to make a judgment on that. You can't argue with a natural hat trick. Brendan Herman definitely deserves that. And that is a big response from the Kingsmen after going 0-2 to start the season. A very strong performance. And if they keep going like that, they can climb the ranks and maybe be a sleeper. Who knows?
I mean, that's one of the fun things about this division is, well, and really all the divisions, is the playoffs are really where it's at. You play in the regular season to try to figure out where you are, who you are, find your identity. And I think this is a huge identity win for the Kingsmen, a huge character win for them. That this is something they can build off of after having a rough start to the day. This is a big, big win for them and a huge day for Herman. So congratulations to him on the MVP. And that's just the beginning here for Tier 2 in Philadelphia. And after 2 games down, we've got one more to go as we visit Tier 3. We revisit the Delco Demons, their Tier 2 counterparts, with a huge victory over the Heat. Now we've got the Demons and the Pottstown Mud Dogs. We kind of don't know what to expect here. This is kind of exciting to see some Tier 3 action for the first time.
Yeah, a lot of names on there you'll not recognize, but there are some names from the Demons that you will recognize. I've already mentioned at the top of the show, Joe Fisher, Mike DeCampley, which he may be the captain. We still haven't got word yet. And Bill Daughtry, he's in the lineup as well. So they were called into the Tier 3 to help lead a brand new team. They're affiliate to the Tier 2 division. And they're going to be up against the Pottstown Mud Dogs, an entirely new team. However, they do have some names, especially in the net. Joey Cochran, who we expect to be in the net today. So I think they'll be in good hands as far as goaltending. But as far as everything else, we really don't know because this is a brand new team. We haven't seen these players before. But, well, the best way to look at this is to see how each of them develops. Probably the first 5 minutes will give us a good idea of how both these teams will play.
I think so, and the exciting part is it's not just a brand new team, it's a brand new tier. We talked about this early on. Of course, this is the 5th week of NBHL 2022 action. Thank you so much for following us, and you can follow us here every weekend at twitch.tv/NBHLofficial. But don't forget, you can find us on Roku at Ball Hockey by MVP, where you can get full uncut videos of all of the action. And not just that, if you're a ball hockey fanatic, you can find our tournament coverage from years past. There's so much great footage on there. If you've got a Roku, you've got to check us out at Ball Hockey by MVP. But this is so exciting being a part of this in the second year. Of course, if you were with us last year, thank you so much for sticking with us here at MVP TV and Ball Hockey in general. It's so exciting. There's so much going on. But seeing the NBHL grow as much as it had, it basically doubled in size. We went from 12 divisions and 2 tiers to 25 divisions and 4 tiers. So this is the first time we've ever seen Tier 3 action, and it's going to be here in Philly. Pottstown Mud Dogs, Delco Demons. I'm really excited to see this. Thank you for sticking with us. The 3rd game of our triple header today. Again, stay with us all season long. We're covering as much of the country as we can. We are with you every week. There's so much going on. We were in Chicago. We were in Rhode Island. We were in, I think we were in Massachusetts. It's hard to keep track. We've been everywhere. And we're going to keep being in as many places as possible. We've grown. The league has grown so much. We have teams in Florida. We have teams in Seattle. We have teams in California. We have teams in Texas. It's nationwide, over 100 teams, 25 divisions, and this is the best place to see it. Twitch.tv/NBHL official or Ball Hockey by MVP on the Roku. But here we are. This is the end of our triple header for this weekend in Philadelphia as we give you the first Tier 3 action that we've covered. Pottstown Mud Dogs, Delco Demons. They're finishing up the huddle as we get ready to go rinkside for the action.
I asked the star players for each team. They said, over here they said Phil Miller. They said he's going to start a team. That's 17. And over here they said number 9 is going to start a team. No, I asked them before the game. So they have shut the doors, ref. Let's go. Get them done. Let's go. Hey, all the nets are in,
We
right?
hear that great ringside audio.
Yeah, all the nets are in. All right, nets in. This is nice, yeah. Floating blue, you got a game zone with the blue. Small rink too, so. And this surface, the ball moves. The ball moves on the surface. And the boards are lively too behind that.
Hold up, hold up.
There you see the Mud Dogs on the left.
Goalie ready?
You got the Demons on the right.
Goalie.
Bill Daughtry set to take the draw for the Demons.
I'm going this way, Will.
All right.
And here we go. Tier 3 action in Philadelphia underway.
Yes, sir.
This one sent all the way down for an icing. So the Mud Dogs are going to have an offensive zone draw.
And as we take a look at the Demons, the Tier 3 affiliate of the Demons have already played. Ken Keene has 2 goals under his belt. Joe Giotti has 1. And as for the Mud Dogs, this is their season debut.
Very exciting to see a brand new team come out, and let's see what they can do. Joe Fisher behind the net for the Demons has his pocket picked. That one bouncing around. Tried to center that one. A little bit of a shove. No call. We continue on. First 40 seconds of play gone here. Another shot. Mud Dogs hit. Oh, we got a whoop.
Got a penalty already against the Demons.
70 yards. 1 minute rough.
They are calling Bill Daughtry for a rough.
45 seconds in, and the Mud Dogs get their first ever power play. Let's see if they can get their first ever power play goal.
Here you go, guys.
Taking a face-off along the near side is Dan Brady. He wins the draw back to the point. D-men play catch, trying to open up a lane. Walk up the wall, and again, back to the point. Fumbled a little bit. Picked up by the center. Nice work there by
Stay down, Ryan.
Joey Kachia. Comes all the way back down.
No!
Dogs bring it in. No icing on this one, and that one is covered.
Hit one of you guys' stick. Yes, it did. It went right down. It went right down. It went right down when it hit your stick.
Had the possession.
Pay attention, Orange.
A little bit of disagreement with the Demons.
Yeah, too much body. I know you trying.
Officials trying to keep control of this one
Yeah, but
early.
you got
30
in there.
seconds gone from the power play.
It's too much body. I tried to call it.
Mud Dogs yet to generate a chance. Sean Corcoran along the near side picks it up, takes a hard pass across. Shot from the point, save, and they score! The Mud Dogs with a power play goal! And it's 1-0.
And here's the trivia for you. First ever goal for the Mud Dogs. I heard 20, which would be Pat O'Donnell.
Number 20 from 91 and number 9.
Yep. O'Donnell from Corcoran and Lombardi. First power play goal. They are 100% on the power play, lifetime for the franchise.
Got in.
8:15 here in the first period. The Demons looking to answer their higher tier affiliate took a huge win at the top of our show against
Find the ball,
Heat
boys. Find the ball. Find the ball.
on the
Lots
strength of
hands.
their depth scoring.
No, nothing there.
In
Close,
front,
close,
trying to shovel
close.
it forward.
Still those, boys.
There's a wraparound
All right, we got it,
opportunity
we
and
got it.
held on by the
Right here.
Mud Dogs.
It was loose until you got there.
Yeah, that's a different kind of shin guard there. I mean, that's a classic one there with the yellow shin guard.
Goalie ready? Six.
Great shot there by Joey Delgado,
Go
cameraman
good.
on site today.
And
Players swing at this
Good.
one. Mud Dogs trying to work it out. 7:45. They gain the zone. Make a move in front. Great opportunity. Tried to split the D. Got in tight and just couldn't finish. We talked about the Demons at the top of the show and how what they really needed this season in Tier 2 was their depth. Well, they have so
Offsides,
much
offsides,
depth this
offsides,
year.
offsides.
Not only did it carry them to a victory over the Heat, they have so much depth that it created a Tier 3 team. So they've got a lot to live up to for their Tier 2 affiliates. Mud Dogs right now, however, impressing in their first ever game as a franchise. The expansion team with a perfect 100% power play record so far here. 3 minutes gone in their first ever game as they lead on the strength of a Pat O'Donnell power play goal. Now behind the net.
deflected, deflected.
Releasing some pressure. That one deflected, so it won't go for icing. Picked up by the
Tell
Mud
your guy,
Dogs.
make sure he has to play the ball, all right, not the body.
You get a great listen in on the officials all afternoon.
Good.
We love that. Here's a chance. Right side. Takes a shot. Missed the net. Prendergast along the left-hand side. Walks to the bottom of the circle. Just drives it in. That one high. Goalie looking for it. Prendergast still has it. Takes a shot in front. Tries to shovel it forward and scrambling in front of the net. Demons need some urgency here as the Mud Dogs are coming on strong. Now they have it along the right-hand side, just below the blue line.
Play it,
That one
boys,
in
play
deep and swung at by the goaltender. Kept out for now.
Find the ball, boys, find the ball.
Bodies come together. Chad Price chasing after it. Price couldn't get it, but his team does have it. They send it out, and they will go for the change here at 5:40 of the first period, where their team leads 1-0.
Hand blue. Good, good.
Now on the attack to the point. High slot, doesn't get through. Back into the zone.
Good.
Good pass and a clean entry. Tries to get that one through. Just feathers it in the corner instead. Mud Dogs all over this one. There's another shot, and that one goes wide. Half of the first frame gone. Corcoran tried to work that one up. They come together. Dan Brady couldn't make anything happen. Shoveled out by Miller. But Miller gives it away. That one just rolling. Demons have it now. Under 5 to go. First period.
Good.
Turnover at the blue line.
Nope, good.
Still on it. Mud Dogs. On the near side.
Got it clear, blue.
Tries for the breakaway. Couldn't quite get loose.
Good.
Mud Dogs again. Left-hand side. Gets to the bottom of the circle. Now to the goal line. Comes all the way underneath. Pass by Crothamel. Back to the point and won by the Demons.
Ice, 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 ice.
And this one gonna go
Icing,
for
guys.
icing, and
You got it from here, yes. You got to go.
Crothamel
You got
can't
to
win
go
the
off.
race, so it
You gotta
comes
come
all the way
You
back
gotta
at
go.
4:05.
Nah, my hand was up. You were on. You got to go. Yeah. Is that? No. You straight out.
Yeah, the
Okay,
Mud
straight out.
Dogs trying to argue against the icing of his, but ref said no, you got to keep your line out there.
Doing a good job of keeping track of who's
Here you
who.
go, boys. Goalie, right? Here you go.
Rick Christie wins the draw for the Demons. That one's shot waved at by Corcoran. Along the far side. Mud Dogs bank that one off the boards and get it down. Tries to center. Couldn't connect. Prothamel sends that one way back. They keep it in.
Deflect it!
Can't
Deflect
control.
it!
Demons coming out with speed. 3:40. First period.
Loose.
Mud Dogs lead on a Pat O'Donnell power play early in the game.
Out.
Demons really struggling to possess.
Got it clear,
Almost
Blue.
with the breakaway.
Go, we're in.
Tries to split the D. Couldn't quite get through. There's a shot that goes wide. Now down into the corner. Sticks coming together. Ball goes high. Mud Dogs still have it. Gain the zone. Oh, no, maybe not. Just barely offside on the near side. Yep.
And the Mud Dogs' speed just all over the Demons. They've had a lot of offensive time. And, yeah, to the point where they're just going left and right.
We're out
They're
here,
having a
Blue.
hard time keeping up.
Hey, back up.
I had my suspicions
Mark,
that
back up.
Tier 3 is going to be a little bit of the Wild West
Other way.
because
Go that way. There you go.
you
There
get
we go.
the salary cap that places teams and players in different tiers. And part of how that weight goes is experience, whether it's tournament experience, professional experience. So I suspect that Tier 3 is going to have quite a few players who next year probably aren't going to be in Tier 3. Possibly even some teams, just because they're unknown quantities.
Good.
Mud Dogs are definitely looking like they're punching above their weight. Another shot. They put on an impressive performance so far in their first period ever. Demons looking for an answer here late though.
Good.
This one coming up and out. Nice move, cuts in. Lombardi in front. Good shot block. Lombardi still has it, turning and firing. Another save. Shot block and swept out by the Demons, but no, it doesn't come all the way. Mud Dogs still on it. Under 2 to play, first period. No icing on this one as the Demons badly need a change, so they're going to get it. Joe Patterson coming out to attack. This one rolling around. Mud Dogs get to it first.
No.
Tried to turn and put on the jet, but it wouldn't work. And this one off a deflection won't go for icing again. Under 100 seconds now, first period. Pottstown has been firmly in control of this one.
Good.
As they try to generate more. Left-hand side. Behind the net. Stays with it. Comes up along the near side. Gets it back to the point. Top of the circle. Takes a shot that gets blocked in front. Nice shot blocked defensively. Delco takes the shot. That one goes wide and held by Corcoran.
Again, the Mud Dogs just set up those quality chances. They had one in the high slot. The Demons were just throwing the body, trying to get those shot blocks whenever they could. Again, this comes down to trying to match the Mud Dogs' speed.
Ocella has to come all the way back.
Good.
Defensively. Final minute of the period. That one set down by Sean Corcoran. Rims it around to the other side. Under double coverage. Trying to get that one to the point. Joe Patterson has it instead. But he can't escape. Now making a move there.
No, we never touched
it. Goes for icing.
Never
so
touched
30
it.
seconds left to go.
Never
And the
touched
Demons
it.
are going to get an offensive zone draw.
He made a play, no touch.
Demons are going to be making some adjustments onto defense. I mean, it's not. I mean, they have
Let
been
your coach know
limiting
you didn't touch
the
it,
Mud
too.
Dogs' attack.
No, because he
I don't
didn't
think
tip
it's
it.
the way that they want it because they're ended up
ready?
chasing.
I'm always standing right
They
there.
don't want that. They want to try to cut off the lanes.
Rick Christie wins the draw and results in a quick shot, but it misses Corcoran. And so now with 20 to go, Mud Dogs trying to generate one last chance here, maybe. Final 15. Loses his stick.
Good.
Doubled forward by Bob Ferraro. Christie's the first one on the backhand. Huge save by Corcoran, his biggest of the game so far. And another one that just goes wide at the end of the period. So the Demons putting on a little bit of a push here to close out the first.
I'm not sure if any of them got to Corcoran, but it was nonetheless a good pushback by the Demons. But they will have to make some adjustments on defense to try to keep up with the pace.
So let's talk about Pottstown. They get the goal on the power play. This is,
So
like
now
you
are you
said,
on
a
for
group
4?
of unknown quantities.
So
Would
you
you
get a
agree
wrap
with
up.
my assessment of Tier 3 and dealing with players that we just don't know, that maybe they just got assigned here because their salary cap value was so low?
I'm down 1, then I ref the back 3.
I mean, that's one thing, but there's a reason why that they have been signed here in the
These guys are
the biggest
tournament team.
ball hockey league in the country.
Yeah.
They show that they have the
That's the thing,
potential
these guys-
to take a step up.
They're
And
never-
the
they
Tier
never
3
play
is
a
designed for
tournament.
those
They
that
have
don't
one play a
quite
tournament. These
make
guys,
it
the whole team
to
play
Tier
tournament.
2
And this is like a
or
tournament
mid-level, but
style
they
hockey.
have the potential to make it
They're-
there.
they're hanging on there.
And
They're doing good.
we're already seeing that there's quite a bit of
They're the
players
D novice.
that can bring an additional level of competitiveness, as we saw with that power play, and of course the Mud Dogs' speed,
This
how
guy
they
runs the team.
attack
The
the
guy,
net.
the center,
It's
the captain
already,
of the
it's
team.
making it
Them all
look
usually
like a
play
favorite
him.
for Philly Tier 3.
Yeah, the guy, the other coach plays for him. One of these balls, I think, are
Absolutely.
a cool hockey ball.
Demons coach Jason Kelly wants to see center-on-center
That looks like
coverage.
cool
He
hockey,
feels
doesn't
like
it?
they're losing that coverage down
Feel this
low.
one, feel that one.
He's recognizing the speed of the Mud Dogs, and I think
Yeah,
you
get rid of
mentioned
that
that
one.
in that first period. Jason Kelly not pleased and knows that it's going to be tough to beat Joey Corcoran. We heard that during the pregame with Bernie and Bernie's Best Bets. He suspects that
someone
Corcoran
buried
is
it.
going to be the
What's up,
cornerstone
Lou?
of the Mud Dogs. He hasn't been
He just
tested
missed, Lou.
much
He
so
actually
far
just
this
missed.
game, but so far he's been perfect. 10 minutes back up on the clock as we
They're
get
all
ready to
amazing
start the
guys
second
using
period
first
as
six.
teams change sides.
You and Al. Yeah, they got our 61 on the team. Got the old Malek going. Goalie ready?
We
Go
line
in.
up at center.
Clock. Here we go, 6 in.
Corey Carr set to take the draw for the Mud Dogs, but he loses it to Rick Christie. They do get in, however. Crothamel set up in front for the screen, but they don't get the shot through. And now here's a chance almost for the breakaway.
Out.
Shot sent wide by the Demons.
Good.
They have it again and gain the zone. Trying to sweep that one off the stick.
Down.
Bouncing around, and now Stelz can't
They're in, hey,
sustain.
Red.
Mud Dogs
Good.
still have it. Can't get behind the D.
Good, good, good.
Demons gain the zone. Try to work
Good.
that one ahead. Here's some speed from Krauthamel. Looking for it. Stelz with a shot from way outside. Players coming together along the near side half wall. The Demons with speed. Makes sense. Oh, a little bit of a shove there. Quick one-timer shot and a goal! Great
70
play!
from
Demons
91.
start the game.
Bill Daughtry,
And number 7 to push it up.
as I said, he was called down to try
Yeah,
to
you
lead
got
this
it, yeah.
team. And
70, 91,
there's
7.
a good
I got
example
you guys.
there.
I got
Just
you.
give your team a jump
got
start, and a one-timer to the far side is just what the Demons
You got it.
needed.
Yeah, they want to get on the TV. Yeah.
Absolutely called it once again, Daniel. Daughtry came down to lead this team, and he gets the goal here. A tough one against Cochran. With what a setup by
that's it,
Joe
that's it.
Giotti. The one-timer sees this game tied at 1 here in the second period.
Los, Los.
Mud Dogs on the backhand.
Stay here, guys. Over here.
Huge
Inside.
save.
And now it's going to come down to the Demons trying to keep that attack sustained. As you see the Mud Dogs already giving some pushback.
Get set, guys. Get set.
Yeah, one
Orange,
thing
get
I
set.
have
Goalie.
noticed
Here.
in the past minute or so is that their forecheck and backcheck have been very dangerous. Demons.
Find
cannot
it, find
be
it, find it.
staying
Move the
in their
feet,
zone
move
for
the
too
feet.
long.
Los,
Another opportunity.
no.
This a shot. That one loose and kicked out. Saved by Barbier.
Good.
Now down into the corner. The Demons.
Still
Looking to
good.
build off that goal.
Good play, boys. Good play.
Fantastic one-timer from Giotti to Daughtry.
It's out. It's out.
Got a clear orange.
Dogs want to respond. They carried the majority of play in the first period, and Jason Kelly was talking a lot about
Good.
loose coverage and getting beat by foot speed. And like you said, Daniel, so far the Demons sound like they're listening to the coach.
No, post.
There's another shot off the post. Lombardi takes the shot.
Out.
Barbier saved by the
Not
goaltender's
in.
best friend. Pushed ahead by Piccarello.
Good play, boys. Good play.
Still have it along the left-hand side. Tried to feed the point. That one got cut off. Good job by Dan
Good.
Cole. On the near side, that one just rolling. And oh, that was a dangerous one for Corcoran.
Good.
Coming back the other way. Prendergast. Gets it in deep for Corcoran. Sean Corcoran chasing after this one.
That's
Good.
good.
This one just rolling, gets all the way through.
Over there.
Coming way out is Barbier.
Other side, guys. Other side.
Well, you heard some heavy metal
Left side, left
earlier. Look at where that ball hits. It is off the far post. Oh,
look.
just a couple more centimeters to the left, he would have
Boys,
gotten
set.
it.
Here we go, boys.
James Barbier gets saved by the iron.
Over there.
And gloves that one down, but what a stop to keep this one tied at 1.
And you see the Mud
Another
Dogs
face-off.
getting that
Right.
pushback, and it's going to be a tough time for the Demons to try to get out of their zone.
Still in.
Demons doing a good job of keeping this one tight, though, after a pretty one-sided first period. We're seeing a much more even second. As the
Still
Mud
in.
Dogs are not showing any quit. The Demons are just battling
Loose.
back.
Loose.
There's another
Loose.
shot from outside. Oh, it's loose! They scores! The Mud Dogs answer
11.
2-1.
91. 20.
11, 21,
11.
20.
91. 20.
He's posting up in the
11,
in the
21,
slot,
20.
and then gets away, taken down a little bit by the stick, but gets the shot off anyway on the turnaround.
Let's take a look right here in front.
Here you go,
Goes
boys.
5-hole Joey Coccia. Second point of the game for Pat O'Donnell.
Good,
And
they're
it's
in.
2-1. 6:35 left to go in the second period. We got ourselves a hockey game.
Loose.
Demons trying to respond right away. Good opportunity. Now 3-on-2 with speed. Mud Dog center takes the shot. That one goes wide. Nick Cetera didn't miss by much. On the right-hand circle, that one coming around.
Out. That came out. That's out.
Yeah, he
Offside,
did say that
offside.
came out. Pat O'Donnell thought that he had the red, but again, like the icing and the offside, officials this season are being very strict about it. You mentioned it at the top of the show, Daniel, and we continue to see that. Demons
Good.
on the attack. They gain the zone. Right into the high slot. Takes a quick shot. Oh, what a save! Joey Corcoran keeps his team in the lead.
Corcoran has been looking to try to make a big impression in Tier 3, and there's an example right there, controlling the rebound with a Demon right on top of him.
Former backup goalie for the Harrisburg Hustle, who were the team in Tier 2 last year.
Here we go.
Bernie said it himself that he's going to be the guy to watch for this team, the cornerstone that they build this franchise off of. Makes a huge stop there, and now coming the other way. Takes a quick shot that goes off the net. Mud Dogs pressing. There's Prendergast, but he lost it.
Good.
Demons get it in. Top of the circle here, 5:25.
On that
Second
ball,
period.
guys.
They get it in deep, tries for the wrapper. Oh, Corcoran, save! Second chance, stepped out! Corcoran coming up huge! Bends don't break. Now charging this one in is Chad Price. Glove down in front. Lombardi takes a shot. Rebounded. Oh my! I want to see the replay of that one because Joe Bocella, I think, just saved a goal. Here's another chance. Takes a look.
Still in.
Dropped his paddle for a second. Mud Dogs with an onslaught here. Midway, second period, 4:40. It comes out.
Come back,
And
Orange.
this one's going to go for icing.
61 back.
Let's start with the save by
Oh,
Corcoran.
heads up, heads up. Good hands,
It
good
looked
hands.
like if they had a wide
Good
open
hand, good
net,
hand.
and did that get had? Tough to tell, but he just got enough to stop Daughtry. And now
Alright, goalie
here's
ready?
the other direction. Setting up and almost had a chance for
yeah, shot
Chad
on goal.
Price, who
That
was
counts.
sitting right there, but a great
Oh!
sliding block
Great change now.
by Joe Fisher.
Fisher saved a sure goal right there. A gaping 6x4 on his knees. Keeps that one out. Mud Dogs still lead this one 2-1 as they continue to push
No,
advantage.
boy.
4:25, and this one coming down into the zone. No icing, so Mud Dogs have to use speed. Ooh, there's some shouting from the benches. They find themselves all the way back in their own end. This one rolls back up. Corey Carr stays with it. Tries to send it across.
Loose.
Barbier swung up after it, missed it. Mud Dogs still have it. Along the left-hand side, hash marks. There's a quick shot, and that one bounces off the boards. On the backhand! Barbier fights that one off and keeps it out. 3:35 left to go. Second period, Mud Dogs leading this one 2-1.
Go, we're in.
Another attack's got a little bit of space. Nice job defensively, and the Demons on the counterattack have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Pulls up, takes a look. Doesn't get to Corcoran.
Loose.
Still
Find it,
with
guys. Find it,
swung
guys.
at.
There you go. Hand. Good. No.
Quick shot! Waved that. Great opportunity by Dan Cole. He
No.
set up again, takes a shot. Cole. Another save by Corcoran. Cole is completely unmarked in the slot. He gets it again. Third chance. Being helped up by Phil Miller on the backhand right in front of the net. It does come out, and the Mud Dogs get a needed change. 2:45, second period. They're leading this one 2-1. But the Demons are putting on a push.
Hand. Good. Good.
Delco gains the zone. They take a shot, blocked, doesn't find its way to Corcoran. Scrambling along the blue line. Swatted at by Christie. And the Mud Dogs do get it out. Crothamel takes another shot. Barbier hangs on.
The Demons had quite
you
a
can call
push.
for
They
this.
had Dan Cole unmarked
Yeah.
for quite a while.
I know it's
Look
hard.
at setting up in the slot. Now what ended up throwing this play off was that it was a crowded area and there was just 3 men covering the net. He did not have a lot of room to work with.
Great look there from Joey Delgado and seeing you had 3-on-3.
Hey, we're in.
Cole was completely by himself as the Mud Dogs overcommitted to the crease. That could have ended very badly for them. The shot blocking and the goaltending by Joey Corcoran gave them,
Not in,
or
guys. Not
kept
in.
them the lead.
Not in.
Here as
Good
under
try.
2 minutes to go in the second
It's a
period.
good try. It's a good try.
I mean, it's usually ill-advised to leave someone alone in the slot, but the fact that they did have a, well, I hesitate to call it a screen
Here we go,
because
guys.
there was 2 Mud Dogs sitting in front of their goaltender, but it did set up a wall to minimize lanes.
No.
Oh, and there's another shot. Not sure if Corcoran got a piece of that one, but talk about leaving a man in front and it being unwise. Mud Dogs now with 100 seconds left to go here in the second period, hanging on to a 1-goal lead. The Demons have
Go
had a
in.
very different second period. Jason Kelly's adjustment appears to have paid off so far. We've still got 11 minutes left to play in this game, but the Demons have a chance here
Find
late.
it, guys. Find the ball.
I'm going all the way
Good
through
play.
the crease.
Good
Joe
play.
Giotti, he had the setup for Daughtry for that goal.
No.
They're good. They're good.
More foot speed from the Mud Dogs as they pick up in the offensive zone.
Good play, boys. Good play.
Fighting along a
Hey, keep the feet moving,
half
boys.
wall.
Keep the feet moving.
Daughtry
We're in.
in deep, and Corker just comes out and grabs that one before Giotti can get to it.
Maybe it's a good choice not to take a chance on it. Give your team a break there and try to get to the intermission. 50 seconds left. Though the Mud Dogs would like to get another goal on the board, it cannot be sitting comfortably with a 1-goal lead. You still have another whole period ahead.
Here we go.
You see this all the time where there's a team that jumps out strong early and then slowly over the course of the game you just watch the momentum shift. The Demons are picking up speed here in this period, and now it's just a question if they can sustain it. But in the meantime, here come the Mud Dogs with a quick shot by Lombardi.
Down. Damn, we're in. We're in.
Demons player goes down, no call. 30 seconds left on the clock here in the second period. A little bit of an
Find that ball,
exchange. This
guys.
one
Find
comes
that ball.
down low. Handled on the far side, top of the circle. Mud Dogs dispossessed. 15 seconds left to go. Can they make something happen here? Lombardi on the backhand! Oh, and that one just goes wide. Still with it.
No.
The middle takes a shot. Oh, and that one misses. Chad Price with a killer opportunity as the second period winds down.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought I heard post, but the camera does not show that. But in any case, a big push at the end. And really, I had to be impressed with how Jason Lombardi has been attacking the net. So far, he hasn't been rewarded with anything, but I like how he's been approaching it.
Yeah, it's, again, he's showing the speed for sure. Pat O'Donnell's got a goal and an assist. I thought Brian Prendergast has had a good game so far. Sean Corcoran. The Mud Dogs very much impressing right now. But I gotta say, the Demons are
right here.
pushing. And
Jason's on the bench.
they lost the first
No, you
period.
can't- yeah, you can
They
help him. He
tied
can't.
the second period. If they win the third,
Rosters.
this is their game.
You say cut.
Yeah, definitely don't count the Demons out on this one. I mean, they've played
Yeah.
much better in the second period. Now, they still have to try to watch out for that speed of the Mud Dogs. They just continue
Maybe they're.
just take any opportunity. They're an opportunistic team.
Jason's right.
And with
Jason's
that
right
said,
there.
the
I'm gonna go
Demons-
ask him. He's at the blue.
They've been creating
All right,
quite
all
a bit
right.
of chances themselves. They've been getting themselves open, but now they need to start clearing away the slot and try to make an opening.
And the biggest message here
Hold
from
on.
Coach Jason Kelly for his Demons team
Hey, guys,
is
good?
their defense needs to be careful.
All right.
You
You gonna
said
stay
it.
here
The
now
Mud
for-
Dogs are opportunistic. And we
Yeah,
heard
so
it in the
that-
first. And we saw it. They're fast. Jason
Well, next
Lombardi
stoppage,
is
you can go
fast. This is a quick team. So Jason Kelly is telling his defenders,
door, Stripe.
don't
Stay there.
pinch. Stay
Thank you.
defensive. Don't take
I
unnecessary
was trying to tell you,
risks
door's
because
open.
they can burn us if we're not careful. So good coaching by Jason Kelly, and we'll see if
Here
it
we go,
pays
Bob.
off. It did in the second. Now here we are in the third, and this is a game that I think the Mud Dogs definitely need to get one
no
more at
ice.
least to stay on
You're
top.
both right
because
there.
It's
You
one
had
of those
to play
rare
on it.
games where this team is leading, but the Demons are slowly trying to take it over. Ball comes all the way around. Mud Dogs have it! And they score! On cue! And Dan Brady makes it 3-1.
What number
10
two?
for 20.
Dan Brady. You remember how I was saying you cannot give them space? Well, this is what happens. He protected that ball and just swung to the other side
go
and
south.
created that
10 from
opening.
20.
Dan
10 from
Brady
20.
Captain
with some slick hands.
Captain curls, increases the lead.
No!
And wouldn't you know it, 3 points on the game for Pat O'Donnell as he gets another helper. So he's in on all 3 Mud Dogs goals.
And blue. Good. We're in.
They try to continue the onslaught. Demons need an answer. Because you're right, the captain just picked up speed, used his body to build the wall.
You're still good. You're still good. You're still
Got
good.
that one around Barbier and punched it in for a 3-1 lead.
Out.
And now coming again. He's got Katya with him. Katya trying to press through. Good defensive work by Harry Weber. Hands up. Sounds like it's going to be a call.
91 with a trip.
It's going to go against
91.
the Mud
Boom.
Dogs.
Trip.
It's going to be Sean Cochran.
That's his
91 with a trip.
And watch the stick.
Ah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
you
was
shoot
just enough
around,
to take
that's
him
fine.
down, and that's what he's going to be going for.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Definitely not intentional, but you got to be
Ready?
responsible with your stick. So this is a huge opportunity for the Demons to come back here. Daughtry's in the circle.
Yeah, a minute.
He's got Rick Christie on his right. There's Harry Weber at the point. 1 minute on the
Sal.
clock. 8:46 left to go
1
in
minute
the
trip
period.
on blue.
Joe Fisher also on the point as the Demons power play. This is big. The Mud Dogs, they score on special teams, so the Demons need to answer. Big shot, but that misses the net by Weber. Along the right-hand side. Back for Weber. He can't quite handle it. So on the backhand, he has to shovel it down. Now in the high slot. Daughtry sends it across to Fisher. Fisher backs off. Weber takes his shot. Doesn't get through again. Still possessing. Another big blast. And another shot block. Weber still has it. It's a shooting gallery for the Demons. He holds the zone, gets that one in front. Loose.
Short.
Scrambling, and finally the Mud Dogs managed to clear. We're halfway done with the penalty.
Good. Good.
The Demons showing a strong power play. Now they gave it up. Send it across.
Yes, yes.
They lose it. Mud Dogs pressing short-handed. Barbier
time,
forced to
go.
hold this
No
one.
rush. I got through.
And that is going to do it
Yeah,
for the
this
power
was-
play.
Yeah, this was definitely an opportunity for the Demons to get back in the game. They have had opportunities where they had players wide open. I thought I saw Al Giatti open on the left circle, but they just did not have a lane to get to.
We'll see if this is a classic opportunity, though, for the Demons to build momentum off a strong power play, or if the Mud Dogs will get something here because of the PK. Still early here in the third period. 7:30 left to go. Mud Dogs leading 3-1 in their first ever game.
Play, guys.
Goes down, no call. Handled. And sent
Still
around.
good.
Demons need a push here. There's a quick turn. Oh, look at this!
On the ball.
Oh, wow! If Barbier got a piece of that, that's a huge stop, but that was a brilliant spin around backhand pass for a 2-on-1 that came out of nowhere. Let's see that one again.
If anything, it may have got a piece of his glove and went into the corner, so it wasn't quite the shot that he wanted, but in any case, I mean, this is pretty much what you want to aim as a goaltender. I mean, just try to make yourself big and give him very little room to make a shot for the corners.
Absolutely filthy turnaround backhand no-look pass by Jim Crothamel, though. He's continued to impress in this game. As you mentioned, Jason Lombardi as well. But Jim Crothamel has had a heck of a game for the Mud Dogs. And then, again, Pat O'Donnell, 3 points already today. Goal and 2 assists. And here's a chance down low! Tries the Jim, and they score! It's 4-1!
10 from 11. 10 from 11.
This may be off a
10,
rebound
11,
there.
19.
Driving the net was
10,
Kochiev,
11,
and
19.
then the follow-up right behind the net. And the Mud Dogs extend that lead from the captain.
Brady hot shit. It's 4-1.
Here we go.
6:42 here in the third period, and the Mud Dogs continue to impress. They responded to the adversity they saw in the second period. Demons have to tag up here. Jason Kelly's got to be frustrated with these dirty goals in front of the crease. Here they come again. Mud Dogs. Take a shot, Barbier. Now along the near side.
Boys, find that ball. Find that ball. Good play. Good play.
Lombardi's right there. In front. Lombardi posting up. They get it back to the point. Mud Dogs still have it. Another shot. Now loose, rolling, turning, fires! Oh, a huge save by Barbier! Mud Dogs still have it. Oh, we got a whistle.
31, interference, blue.
It's going to be
31 blue interference.
penalty against the Mud
He
Dogs.
said a
It's
moving
an
pick.
interference call against Chad Price.
You see it?
To watch the slot.
I heard.
This is after he gets the shot off. Well, I don't think it was that. It was that push right there. I think that's what
He
got
said a pick. That's why.
I don't know. I'm hearing the officials say it's a moving pick. I think it was the first contact. I think it was the first contact.
Yeah,
They said
I
it was a
thought
moving
so
pick.
until I saw that push.
All right?
It's a little bit of a chintzy call, but they take it. And he didn't argue. He
That's
didn't
a
put up anything. Oh, we got a player
My
down.
time. That's a follow through, guys. Got him in the face, but it's a follow through.
That's Joe Gianni, and they're not going to call
gotta
this
go off
one.
that.
They said it was a
Because I blew a
follow-through,
whistle for
and
you.
yeah, I have to agree. And
Face
that
off's
is
outside
not
the
a
zone
good place
there,
to
right?
get it.
Yeah, right here.
Because I blew the whistle for
Gianni
you.
looks no worse for the wear, but that was
Get off the
a
ground.
tough one.
Yeah, no zone, no
Asking
zone.
why is he forced to change because
Foul
he
through.
was
He fouled him.
on the
Foul.
deck.
We're out here, Orange. We're out. Here we
That's
go.
controlled. Controlled.
We continue.
Good, they're in.
The Demons pushing
I know,
here
I
at
know.
5:45 of the third period. They trail by 3. Big shot from way outside. Generates as much as you'd expect it to. Now back to the point. Handled by Jared Freese. In a foot race is Weber. He gets to it first.
Good.
Across to the blue line. They
Help.
gain the zone so he can back up. And that does come back. Weber has to
Good.
regroup.
They're in. They're in.
Freese tries to get it in deep, but he can't. They still have it though. Sends it down. 15 seconds left to go with the man advantage. Demons need something here
Easy,
at
no
5 minutes to
sticks.
play.
Give her the body. No sticks. You're good.
Sends it
You're good.
across. Final seconds tick down for the man advantage. Price comes out of the
Good
box, so we're
ball.
even back
Even
5
up,
aside.
boys.
Demons still have the
Close,
offense, so in
close.
front. Takes the shot.
Find it,
Gets
find it,
past
find it.
Corcoran.
Close.
Shovel that one again. Another
Throw it.
save.
We're
Again,
done, we're done.
scrambles in front and held by Corcoran.
Good play. Good hands, goalie. Good hands.
Joey Corcoran just continues to have an impressive showing, even from point-blank range. And when he's already committed to the butterfly, the only thing he can do is just try to make himself look big and just runs out of room. Corcoran with another save to keep it a 3-goal lead.
Very different
Goalie.
when you're not on ice. It's not anywhere near as easy to be able to slide and reposition once you've committed to that knees down spot. Way out
Where
the
you
top
going,
of the
Ryan?
slot is Barbier. But
Right here.
the mobility during those scrambles is a lot tougher when you're on the deck. So good job by Corcoran to be mobile when he has to, when he's already down on his knees. Quick face off there, won, but controlled
Still
by
good.
the Demons. But they can't exit the zone. Mud Dogs, nice little shovel there by Carr. Back up to the red line, but held. Now on the near side,
Find the
just
ball, boys.
underneath
Find
our
the ball.
camera position. Little behind the back, tries to set that one up in front. There's the shot.
Loose.
Loose, where is it? In feet. Crothamel can't find it, and eventually he gets to it. Tries to center that one right in front. Crothamel still battling. Sticks come together. Sliding. Virilio. That one in front dangerously, but shoveled out. But now
On that ball,
Profel's
guys.
back on it.
On that ball. Good play.
Gets to it first. He's in double coverage. Tries to work that one out with his feet, but a good job on the stick with Christie. He lifts it high. That one
No change,
goes
George.
for icing. So at 3:37, it's going to come all the way back for a Mud Dog draw.
The Demons really need something. They need to have a quick goal. They need to do whatever it takes to get back on the attack. The icing doesn't really help their cause, but if they can at least try to get a draw in the offensive zone, they need a quick draw play.
Mud Dogs have it instead. Prendergast along the left-hand circle at the hash
Move
marks.
that ball.
He
Move
gets
that
pressed
ball.
against by Christie.
Good play, boys.
Gets some help from Lombardi. Prendergast now behind the net. Takes a look. He's got Price. Price battling. Keeps that one in. In the slot, they fight for it. Price again. And they keep the zone. Now they lose it. A little bit of pressure as the Demons need to change, so they're going to get it. But quick stop by Barbier. But that change almost cost them here at 2:56.
Yeah, they were trying to get their players off the floor to get some fresh legs, but they were trying to look to make that dump go deep, but it didn't work out the way they wanted, and
here we go.
They ended up getting quite a bit of help in the crease.
Nope. Let's end the draw.
Player goes down, but immediately the official says no. So we continue on.
No.
Shot from way high.
No.
That one
Find it,
didn't
guys.
find
Find
it
the ball.
much. Price swung at it, but couldn't get it. Lombardi's there. Price trails off as his defense pinches. They get to it. Price fakes the shot and just sends it deep. Chased after by Prendergast.
Tip.
Now, at the point, they get it out, but the Demons don't control. 2:25, third period, and they're in a 3-goal hole.
You're good, you're good.
Prendergast is waiting at the
You're good,
blue line.
still in.
Now he chumps in. There's the shot by Daughtry. We knew he was going to be a force for this team. He's got the only goal. Weber sends that one in front, but picked off by the defense. That could have been dangerous. There's Daughtry, lost it in his feet. Up for Lombardi. Under 2 minutes to play here, third period. Daughtry takes a look. That one bounces off of a defenseman. Comes out, players have to tag up.
That's your main man.
Clock running down for the Demon.
It's your main man,
And
guys.
we got a
It's your
whistle.
main man. Hey, somebody on service. Somebody on service. Gotta serve, boys.
We're going to call
Now,
too many men call against the Mud Dogs. Well, it's going to be...
Put 10 seconds back on there.
Hey, 140.
Put 10 seconds back on there.
So it's going to be a power play
You
for
got
the
too many men on
Demons.
blue.
What are you going, 140? Yeah.
Was it 80?
And
33 or 83? 33.
100 seconds left in the game. I say you got nothing to lose, make it 6-on-4.
I was thinking the same thing. You might as well, right? I think the key is you got to win the draw. They haven't done it yet, but I mean, let's keep a look on here because if they win the draw, then I wouldn't be shocked to see Barbier go. They do get it back to the point. Bob Ferraro. And they score!
11-7-44!
Goal! And Delco gets what they need. 7 seconds in.
11-7-44.
Well, they didn't need to pull the goalie, as that rebound right there
We got
was
Will. 11-7.
exactly the right
11-7-44.
place. And this
11-7-44.
isn't over yet.
Here we go, boys.
Great job off the rebound to the end boards. We heard them say at the beginning of the game, these are lively boards.
Good.
And no kidding, that's where that goal comes. 4-2. And a quick save by Barbier.
I would think that the Demons would consider a timeout here. I mean, you're still in the game. I mean, you need to get possession and try to get your goalie out of the net.
Not a lot of time left. They've ridden this one around with $1:20 to go. Bounces back in. And anything that's unclean is going to be benefiting the Mud Dogs. No icing on this, so they do get it in deep. Can they collect with a minute to go? Big shot from the point. Chance in front. Good opportunity. Phil Miller right there on the doorstep, and they are going to pull Barbier.
This is going to be an interesting situation. And
could let it in. It would have been interesting. 4-3.
This is something
could
that
let it
they
in,
need
because
to
it would
draw
have
up.
been 4-3 with a minute left. It would have been more interesting, yeah?
Got a minute left. You need a quick draw, and you need to just fire at the net. You don't have time to think.
Looks like they're not going to call the timeout. They were thinking about it.
6 in.
But no, they go instead. Miller wins the draw for the Demons. 6-on-5. 1 minute to play. They need 2. Chance in front. They got to solve Corcoran some more. Takes another shot. This one comes all the way back down for icing. 49 on the clock.
All right, good try.
Yeah, expect it to be like
Almost
that. Just quick shots at the net. And just hope for one of them to go in.
English.
You don't have time to set up plays with just this amount of time. You need to get a quick one and then follow up.
Draw one by the Mud Dogs, looking to find an empty netter. This one comes down, and it will be icing, so only 4 seconds tick off. 45 left to go.
I mean, it is more time wasted, but it's not a bad result for the Demons because it does give them time to set up another draw.
Yeah.
Miller in the circle.
We're good. We're good.
Tries to get that one to the high slot, takes a shot, loose! Where is it? Digging at it. There's another shot by Miller, and they score!
71-11! 71-11!
Are one away with 38 seconds to go!
And 17.
Yeah.
They crowded the net, and that created a screen.
Timeout orange, boys. Timeout orange.
From the left circle. And now only one step away, and the Demons will call their timeout.
The last shot before he covered it, it deflected like 3 times. Yeah. And also, I said to the goalie, you can't make it interesting. Let it go in. With 1 minute left, 4-3. He's like, nah. Well, now it's 4-3, so now it's interesting. Key is the draw. You got to win the draw.
Timeout.
Going off the draw, you just go straight.
He is just directing his troops. 38 seconds left to go. You got to imagine, win the draw, pull Barbier, and just throw everything at the net.
It'd be better to miss it. You don't miss a goal that way than down there.
Right now, it looks like they're going to have their goalie halfway out. I mean, you got to get him out quick.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
This is a very important face-off for the Demons. They need to win this one.
A direct quote from the coach, Jason Kelly, every shot's a good shot.
You ready? You ready?
Exactly what we suspected. They want to pour everything on net. For the Mud Dogs, you just got to hang on for 30 seconds.
Deflect it! Deflect it!
Barbier's still there. There's no icing. Barbier's going to go. This is it. 25 seconds left to go.
I got Ryan. Ryan, go down.
Back to the point.
Go.
They gain the zone. Quick, 20 seconds now. Down. Tries to send that one in. Corcoran waves at it.
Find it, guys.
Final 10 seconds. They hold it at the point. Mud Dogs battling. They've got possession. Do they get it out? They do. And that's going to do it. 3 seconds down. Final shot at the buzzer, and that's going to do it. Pots down. Mud Dogs survive and win their first ever game. 4-3 against the Delco Demons in what turned out to be an exciting, stellar finish. Potsdam wins this one 4-3, and that will do it. Daniel, let's talk MVP.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great push by the Demons to get back in this game, but it was just a little too late for them. But the Mud Dogs were just a spectacular team. And again, it makes them an early favorite for the Philadelphia Tier 3 division. As far as MVP, I am going to go with Dan Brady. 2 goals in the third period, which ended up being the game winner. So you can't complain with the results, but the Mud Dogs, I say they got themselves in good hands.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough one, a hard-fought battle right down to the end. Big shout out for Pat O'Donnell as well for his 3-point games. I think honorable mention there for sure. Joey Corcoran in net did great too. But now that brings us to our 3 stars of the show. You've got Epbright and Cole. You've got Herman with the natural hat trick. And then now here. So how are we going to break this one down? Let's rank them, Daniel.
2 and 3 are going to be pretty difficult, but I'm going to go with Dan Brady for the 3rd star of the day. 2 goals, ended up being the game winner, and just a great leader on the team. Just gives that push, and I think that he will be the guy that'll help the Mud Dogs really lead this team, especially when you have Corcoran in the net. So I think they're going to be a successful team. 2nd star of the game, I'm going to go with Tyler Epbright and Matt Cole. Epbright, just a great attack on the net, and even better stick handling from Matt Cole. And what we expected was going to be a tough Heat team, but it was pretty much as I was suspecting, is that they were going to have some troubles on their offensive core, and they just downright took advantage of it. But number 1 star, even though I didn't see it, there's no way you can top a natural hat trick. Brandon Herman, it's hard enough to get a hat trick as it is, but a natural hat trick, that's a different level. And for a team as such as the Kingsmen, who came in 0-2 to start their season, and a brand new team, that's how you rebound back. So I have them as a sleeper in the Philadelphia division. So keep an eye on them. It may just be a rough start, but when you have a performance like that, I think that they could come back in this division.
Yeah, no question. Brendan Herman was definitely the number 1 star of the show. That was huge. Those 2 goals late in the second period, back-to-back, less than a minute. These awesome backhanded roofers. Trust me, Daniel, you're going to want to watch it. And it's definitely going to find its way on the NBHL highlights of the week. And that does it for us here, week 5. That's been awesome. We love carrying this with you. And the season continues to roll on all across the country. Stick with us all season long. Every weekend, you'll find us here, twitch.tv/NBHL official. But don't forget, you can find us on Ball Hockey by MVP on Roku. So that will give you the full highlights, everything, multiple camera angles, all the coverage, and not just NBHL, but also tournament coverage as well. That is going to do it for the weekend. It's been exciting. I always love watching the action in Philly. It's one of my favorite divisions to cover. They are so much fun. And this has been another week in the books. Thank you so much for sticking with us. If this was your first broadcast, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. But if you've been with us all through last year, then you know that this is all just part of the road to the Milet Cup, the big tournament that ends it all. But we got a long way to go. This is just week 5 of the 2022 season. And that's going to do it for us here today. So thank you so much for the whole team with the league, the San Roccos, TJ Janis, Matt Strebeck, and of course everyone here at MVP, Joey Delgado, Anjanette Rieger, Lindsay Maychek, Bernie Richards, Justin Coet, Daniel Wilson, Ivan Chris Blair. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.